to turn the volume on this time. I'm very proud of myself. So we're not muted. It's great. Okay. So tonight we are playing Kobolds Ate My Baby. And I have 5 lovely kobolds here with me tonight who are willing to die many, many times in their effort to make the most perfect chili for King Torg. They have been giving a shopping list. If you would like to see the shopping list for their chili, you can check it out at Chromatic Chimera on Twitter. But before we get started, I would love it if all of our lovely kobolds could introduce themselves. Just say what your name is, and maybe where people would know you from, and anything else interesting, and an interesting fact about yourself. Welcome to hell. But we'll start with Matthew.
Hi folks, I'm Matthew Foreman. I'm at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. You can find me over on Twitter and over on Dice Priori, where I run D&D. I use he, him pronouns. Oh god, I forgot to mute myself. I can hear myself. Okay. An interesting fact about me? God, I don't know.
You signed up for torture. I'm giving it to you.
It's not, I work in municipal land planning, so I know a lot about flooding.
Nice.
There you go. That's the only interesting thing about me.
I'm here for it. Then we will go to Christian.
Hi, I'm Christian. I'm at the Beholder DM. Interesting fact about me, I do voiceover.
Boshi.
Hi, I am Boshi Adams. And an interesting fact about me, I'm double jointed in my shoulders.
Woo. Anoriand.
Hi, I'm Anoriand. I go by he, him pronouns.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
You can find me at GameDadJF on Twitter, or streaming if I'm on Twitter or Twitch or what have you. I stream under the name Anoriand, as you can see above me. And the fun fact about me kind of loses a little steam given the last one, because I was going to say I'm double jointed in my knees. And so I'm starting to sense a recurring theme here.
But, I forgot to say that my pronouns are they, them.
I do have a handy cheat sheet above us in case, except for me. I'm the only person who doesn't have pronouns up there because my pronouns are mayor tonight. And that leaves Ran.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? I am Ren. Shove the books on Twitter. They, them pronouns. Interesting fact about me, I am not double jointed in my knees or my shoulders. And therefore am interesting. That's it. I also fail these questions on interviews. I get really nervous, and then I'm like, I work too hard. I don't take lunch breaks, and I think unions suck. JK. But like in interviews, I choke, and that's the kind of thing that I say.
And I'm Abigail. I'm going to be the mayor tonight, which basically means I'm the game master, and I'm going to put these kobolds through as much hell as humanly possible. And I live here. Interesting fact about me. I made everyone say an interesting fact about them.
Didn't you just take that from me? Because I was the... Okay, that's fine. You know what? You can have it.
Interesting fact about me, I was homeschooled K through 12.
Ooh,
there we go.
Through 12, wow. You got me by 8 grades, actually.
Wow. So we're going to start off with some safety tool stuff just for our cast and for the audience, because this is not a family-friendly game in the slightest. This is a very violent game. It's called Kobolds Ate My Baby. We are going to try to eat babies. So just letting you know, there's going to be a lot of violence, but we try to make it as cartoony as possible. So it's going to be like Looney Tunes violence, but it will be against animals, children, humans, kids, but I do veil things very heavily, so we're not going to have guts flying everywhere. There's not going to be we're not going to be decapitating human children, stuff like that. So it's going to be very cartoony. So just letting you know ahead of time. Everyone up here is welcome to and free to swear up a storm if they so choose. But besides that, and everyone, we will be using the X card system if things get a little too crazy. So if you hear someone say X card, that's what's going on. So we're going to start off by making our kobolds together. So this is going to take maybe like the first 20 minutes, half hour of the stream. So do you all have your blank kobold reference sheet ready?
I do indeed.
Wonderful.
Go here.
Yep.
And if it's hard to follow me along, feel free to look at the handy dandy PDF that you all have access to. Oh, Matthew ran away. He's back. Okay, so you're going to roll 2d6 4 times. In order, you do not get to choose how you assign these. The first roll will go to meat. The second will, the first one will go to brawn. The second to ego. The third to extraneous, and the fourth to reflexes.
Here.
You have no choice in this matter. You do what the dice tell you. Let me know if anyone got exactly a 5 in extraneous.
No.
I did.
Okay. We will get to that in just a second.
Hooray!
Does everyone have their beer stats?
Yes.
No.
Gary.
I'm good now.
Ready.
Now I do.
Okay. After you have your beer stats, it's time for your handy numbers, which are smaller underneath the bigger one. So underneath brawn you have meat, under ego you have cunning, under extraneous luck, and under reflexes agility. Now, your handy numbers can be found on a chart on page 16 if you would like to just follow along with me. If your stat in your beer stats is a 1 through 4, your handy number is 1. So if your brawn is 4, your handy number for meat would be 1. If it's 5 through 8, your handy number is 2. If it's 9 through 12, your handy number is 3. Does this make sense?
And does this change anything since my extraneous is 5?
Not yet.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure before I put paint to canvas here that I can. There we go. Yes, I am literally painting with an easel my character sheet.
Love
It'll be on auction later on my Twitter. No, it won't.
Do you have all of your handy numbers?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Boshi, what do you
Abby.
need? What?
So I keep forgetting my mic gets muted at times. I roll 2d6 4 times, correct? Yep. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that.
In order, it goes into brawn, and then ego, and then extraneous, and then reflexes.
Okay.
While Boshi's doing that, we'll talk about skills real quick. So, Ran, because you rolled exactly a 5 and kobolds don't know how to count, you could take up to 7 skills if you would like, but you will have to make a kobold horrible death check.
I mean, that sounds great.
For everybody else, you can take as many skills as you have ego points up to 6. So you can never have more than 6 unless you roll exactly a 5.
Yes.
But you have,
Kobolds they're good at counting.
they're very bad at counting. So there are different stats under each different skills under each stat. So you have your beer skill, you have your brawn skills, your ego skills, your extraneous skills, and your reflexes skills. You have to fulfill one skill in each of these before you can start to double up. So you have to. Everyone has to get their first before they go back for their seconds, right? And you will notice that some of these have handy little exclamation points after them. Or where is it? Extraneous? You have cook. Cook is in every kobold skill. If you do not take in every kobold skill, every kobold must know how to cook. If you don't take cook, you have to make a horrible death check. I mean, if you don't want to take cook, you just have to make a horrible death check. That's all it is.
Just have to see if you horribly die.
I mean, you can die during character creation, which is why we're here. If you take one with an exclamation mark, if you take one with an exclamation mark after it, those are dangerous, and you have to make a horrible death check to take those. Okay. But they are more useful.
How do you make a horrible death check?
So, if you see,
I'm taking heft.
If you see, lovely, this little there's like 1 through 13 here.
Yeah.
So to take a horrible death check, you cross off one of these.
Okay.
Roll 2d6. And then add the number of horrible death checks checked off to that roll. Yeah. If it is less than or equal to lucky 13, you don't die. If it is greater than unlucky 13, then we roll on the kobold horrible death table.
Okay, I got a 7.
Wheel of morality, turn.
So you don't die yet.
Thank God.
I'm taking dual, so I'm going to go ahead and roll. You said how many dice?
2d6.
Now, Abby,
yes.
For the
7.
other 4 stats.
Yes. If your stat is a 1 through 4, your handy number is 1. If it's 5 through 8, your handy number is 2. If it is 9 through 12, your handy number is 3.
Okay. My stats are pretty awesome. For brawn is 6, ego and extraneous and reflexes are all 8s.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just to make sure I'm doing this right.
Yes, go ahead.
I was saying, make sure I'm doing this right. I have 7 ego, so I can get 6 skills, but I have to have at least 1 in each before, essentially, and then 1 more in 2 categories. Yes. And 1 has to be cook, or else roll.
Yes.
Cool.
I like how hide and sneak are 2 different things.
I mean,
Right.
Okay, so
if you need more information on what the skills do, you can find those in the PDF. They start on page 17.
I
have no intention of being useful.
Okay.
What is S-human?
Speak human.
Oh, okay.
But you can only say as many words as you have points in ego.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, did you say as many words as there are in ego?
So if your ego stat is 8, you can say 8 human words.
There's 5.
Awesome.
What are the other 3?
And you do have to decide them now.
I think the only appropriate answer would be nope, that's it.
So,
that and this.
And then when they ask you again, just go.
But those are the only words that you can speak. Same for speak critter, and you do have to decide which critter you can speak to.
Okay, I'm good on skills.
Same.
I'm almost done.
Okay.
And I can have 7 is what you said, right?
So you
As
have
long as
a 5 in ego, right? No,
In extraneous.
Oh, sorry, I meant in ego. Does anyone have a 5 in ego?
Oh, 5 in ego. Never mind. I have
Sorry.
a 10 in ego. That does not mean I get 14 skills?
No.
Or...
Sadly, that
okay.
means you get 6.
But I wanted to roll a death save. Fine.
I mean, you still can.
Man,
I
you
know.
don't
Don't be a chef.
Uh-oh.
Nah, it's not fun because then I would just pick all the dangerous skills and then try and cheat by dying multiple times in character creation to get up to 5 before we actually move on.
We
It's
have
not
to.
fun that it's not fun that way. That's
Oh,
just
speaking of things
I
that
get
are
it.
not fun, I do heavily discourage PvP. It's a lot less fun when there's infighting. It's a lot more fun when you're working together to cause as much terror as possible and trying to kill yourself off.
I concur 100%.
What if you've spent your whole life sabotaging yourself and can't break the habit?
Then you're excellent at this game already.
Oh,
I think you should be mayor.
this game's gonna go horribly off the rails if I'm the one running it.
This game is supposed to go horribly off the rails every single time. Okay, we're gonna get to edges and bogeys. If you're following along in the PDF, this is page 28. So edges are good things. Yay! Bogeys are bad things. Boo. I will need all of you. Okay, before we get into randomly rolling for edges and bogeys, all of you have the edge bark like a kobold. So if you bark like a kobold, I will make stuff less difficult for you. I will take 1 die off of your check, which is a good thing.
By the way, I did take fear, which was an exclamation point. So how do you roll a death save again?
So you mark off one of your death saves,
Right.
and then you roll, and then you add the number of X's marked off on your death saves to that roll.
Okay, so I add 1 for right now.
Yes.
And don't get over 13.
Yes.
Okay, and 2d6.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Can't.
Nope, 6.
8. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, 12.
I picked Sage. I'm gonna be the smartest kobold around. It's a dang lie. I want everyone to know well in advance.
You're a sage because you rolled around in sage.
Correct. It's for the cooking. It's for the chili. That's
Right.
it.
Oh, so you
Yes.
so you taste like a baby? Is that what you're gonna say? And we're just gonna like the
Well,
second you
that
get hit?
is a bogey you can have.
Yes.
By the way.
Yeah.
So y'all
know,
have
I
bark like a
remember.
kobold. So if you go bark like a kobold as crazy as you can, I will take off a die from the difficulty of something, which can be very helpful if you're very bad at stuff, which you probably all are. Kobold senses, essentially, you have proficiency in perception, especially when it comes to food.
Babies.
Babies. Your bogeys are that you are fearless, which means you have no sense of self-preservation. If you're a coward, you will have to make a horrible death check. Also, you taste like a kobold, and kobolds are very delicious. That's another bogey. Taste like kobold. You are extremely tasty. Should you become wounded, all critters except humans and other civilized races around you have to make a 1-die ego roll, and if they fail, the desire to eat the tasty little kobold becomes overpowering.
To be clear, that includes us.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like that scene from Lost in Space when the spider loses a leg and all of them converge.
I
Okay,
will let you know ahead of time that kobold is 100% an acceptable ingredient for your chili. Just saying.
That
It's a good thing you rolled around in Sage.
feels like something I should have known
Yep.
prior to being like, I'm real smart. Hey guys.
I mean, but it's not as, to be clear, it's not as tasty as the babies. Which
Right,
is
right.
just a point that you might want to make over and over again. Since you're the
Right.
smartest one, we might forget, and you can remind us.
I got dollars to donuts says I'm gonna roll. I taste like a super baby.
Okay, so I will need each of you to roll 1d6 for a random edge.
4.
4.
Nice. Nothing. I got
5.
nothing.
I got a 5.
nothing.
Okay. I see a 4, a 3, a 5,
5 here.
another 5. Rand, what did you get?
I got a 6, so I didn't get anything.
No, 6 is a winning smile.
No. 6 is zilch, and winning smile is 5,
No.
according to the edge chart that I'm looking at right here.
On page 30?
Yep.
Says 6 is a winning smile.
I'm seeing what Abby's seeing.
Oh, I must be looking at a different PDF of the game.
Oh, there's-
Okay.
The I want to make Ran have a hard time PDF.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
6
I
is a
just
winning
trolled
smile. So as
Yeah.
long as
Okay.
you, the player, are smiling, you are thought to be very cute instead of a vicious little terrifying ugly kobold. Humans will think
Okay.
you're adorable. So as long as you're not doing anything destructive and you, the player, are smiling, you are in less danger.
It's good. I like it. All right, here we go, everybody.
For 5, you have Troll Blood. If you spend 1 turn licking your wounds and doing nothing else, you regain 2 hit points.
Oh wow.
Cool.
4, Red Thumb.
You can grow blood.
Essentially, it means you're like flame retardant.
Yeah.
So whenever you would be wounded from fire, reduce the amount by 2 damage.
So does that mean like they'll never dry out in like a pot of stew? You know what I mean? They
Very
keep
tender?
that moisture inside of them.
They retain all their juices.
Yeah.
Juices.
3, who had 3? You have extra padding.
That feels like a shot.
I feel called out.
You're not one to curb your desires and have a round, pudgy belly to prove it. You start the game with 1d6 additional hits from your impressive bulk.
Oh.
Let's keep it civil.
I will need everyone to roll another 1d6 for a random bogey.
I rolled another 5.
Reroll
As
5s.
did I.
Reroll
Oh,
fives,
reroll.
please.
Okay.
4.
3, a 4,
I got a 2.
3, 4, 2. Okay. 2, you are flammable.
Well,
Nice.
3, you are foul smelling.
All right. Real life. Here we go, everybody.
This game has it out for me. This is
4, you are hungry. The difficulty for an ego roll, if there is food around you, is very difficult. You have to make an ego roll to not instantly devour whatever food is in front of
Oh
you.
no. I'm glad I didn't get that one because that would be like shots fired all day, every day.
Did anyone get a 6 or a 1? Reroll 5s.
Oh, okay. 2.
A 2, you are flammable.
Yeah.
it's a lot like real life, you see.
Exactly.
So if
Where
you're
I'm
flammable,
also flammable.
if you're flammable, if you catch on fire, you stay on fire and you take 2 damage per turn until you spend a turn to stop, drop, and roll.
Again, much like real life.
Did anyone happen to take the skill Lackey?
Nope.
Okay,
No.
so no one has magic. Got it.
The magic spell one is what Lackey is.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me 2d6, please.
6. Well, 4 and a 2. I don't.
Fireball the ground.
Okay. Your spell is Bale's floating frying pan.
Yes.
Wonderful.
This handy
Nice.
spell conjures a flaming, floating frying pan that materializes from thin air alongside the caster. The sizzling skillet gives you 2 bonus dice on all cook rolls and can be used as a weapon that does 4 damage. The spell lasts for 1 turn for each check on the Kobold horrible death record you have taken and survived at the time of casting. To
Nice.
complete the spell, the caster must ask the other players, can you smell what the insert your name here is cooking?
I mean, also,
Same character I played at PAX. Same character. Same spell, same bogey, same everything.
I mean, there are several of the individuals here I might point out that are also flammable. So if you want to combine those two things together,
I probably will.
Alright. Kobold gear. Now, when we get to gear, there is basic gear and there is dangerous gear.
Oh,
To take
good.
dangerous gear, you have to make a horrible death check. You don't have to do that if you want basic gear. Now you get 3 options altogether. You have to make a roll for your armor, you have to make a roll for your weapon, and for your miscellaneous gear. So, you have 3 opportunities to make horrible death checks if you so choose to get dangerous stuff.
I mean, that's 100% what I'm doing.
Bring it the bleep bloop on.
All danger, all day long.
Let's die like kobolds.
We go big or we go home.
But we're
Alright.
kobolds.
Who is
So
making,
shamefully and scared.
Who is making a basic armor check? Is everyone making a dangerous armor check?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Please make your horrible death checks now.
Oh no.
And remember, you cross off the check before you roll.
Yep.
I'm up to 3.
Right. Okay, that was painfully close at 11.
Got
And it
it.
might be telling me.
Oh, I'm okay. 11.
Chill
It
the
might be
hell
telling
out.
me to back off, but
No, it's saying keep going.
I ain't
Only-
no wimp.
Well, it's not about wimpiness. It's about gambling. Your
Did everyone
life.
survive?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Mhm.
Everyone, please roll me 1d6.
5.
If you have the lift skill, take 1 away from that. -1 if you have the lift skill.
So I rolled a 2, but I do have lift, so 1.
Okay. Ones, you get a beer barrel. This means
Nice.
you have 10 armor hits.
Yeah, the beer barrel is like really good. I had that before.
Oh, and
yeah.
speaking of hits, so under hits, your kobold starting hits are equal to your brawn, but then you also get your armor hits, which
Yep.
go like
First.
with your regular hits, but are different because your
Right.
armor hits will go away first.
So what's a 2 then?
A 2 is a calendar helm. That
And what
an
is
8.
8? Okay.
8 armor hits.
Yep.
The beer barrel is bulky, which where's the bulky?
-1 to move, I believe, is what it is, right?
Bulky. It reduces your agility by 1. So
Oh,
take
it's the
1 point away
agility,
from your
okay.
agility if you have the beer barrel.
What am I reading? Okay. So do you have the normal edition of this game?
I have
Like,
in color.
'cause I have like the super deluxe edition as a PDF.
yeah, this
I'm
is
just
this is the newer one.
That's the newer one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then this PDF that I own is pointless and useless for playing this game because everything in here is different. It's fine.
There is
I'm
a
just like,
PDF that I put in the Google Drive for you to reference.
oh, I know, but I never had to open the Google Drive. So
Okay.
I will flounder around. It's fine.
Okay. Okay, so 2 is the calendar helmet. That's 8 armor hits, but it is an item, which means you cannot have. No, never mind. I don't know what that means that it counts as an item.
Well, you can only have 2 items because you have to hold them in your hands, but I don't know if that counts for helmets.
I don't
That seems
think
weird to me. Because usually the rule is like you can only have 1 item in each of your hands. And like if something's big, you have to
We're
use
going
both
to
your hands.
ignore it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did anyone get a 3? 4?
I got a
Just-
5.
Just to clarify, I did scroll further down to the PDF, and under item, edges, and bogeys, it does say item. Unlike other armor, this counts as an item.
I don't know what that means, though.
But you can only have 2 of them, right? So
Okay.
because I have it on my head, I can't like carry 2 things in both of my. Or one.
Well, it's because
thing
you're
in
not
each of my
smart
house.
like me. You don't know how to put it up there.
Right. One hand is constantly holding the handle.
Yeah, I mean for sure. It's like I gotta readjust it to the jaunty angle so it makes me look way more attractive. I'm like,
Right.
excuse me, I gotta tip this the right way.
It's all full circle.
So sorry, did anyone get a 3? No? 4? 5.
5. I did. Me.
You
It's
have
me.
a leather apron
Yeah.
that gives you
Nice.
6 armor hits, and it counts as a backpack, so it can hold
Yeah.
something for you.
Cool.
It's the shit I like.
Did anyone get a 6? No. Okay. All right. Is anyone going for basic weapons?
I'm
No.
doing a basic weapon. Because I have a frying pan. I don't need no advanced weapon.
That's true. You have a spell that will
Okay.
eat up all of your kobold points real quick.
Matthew, you're going for a basic weapon. If you could roll
Yeah.
me 1d6. Minus
5.
1 if you can heft.
5.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, 5. No, wait. 4.
Is it a 5 or a 4?
5 minus 1 is 4.
Yes.
'Cause
Okay.
I assumed you said lift, and then I realized you said heft.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. That was
So
my fault.
this is very thematic. You get a cooking utensil.
Oh,
Nice.
same character.
It
I
does
mean,
1
the
damage.
pan, the apron, dang.
This is awesome.
This was literally my character at PAX U.
For everyone who's taking a... Oh, does anyone happen to have shoot
I do.
as a skill? Okay. Can you
Yep.
roll me 1d6?
I mean, I can. Do I need to roll my death save before?
No.
Okay, all right.
You don't need to roll a death save for this.
2.
All right. You have a slingshot
No.
that gives
Great.
you stones, which stones deal 2 damage.
All right.
And you get 1d6 stones to start.
Okay. Might as well just call myself Dennis over here.
And then if you're taking a dangerous weapon, please make me your death check now.
I did, and once again got an 11.
10.
I got an
And,
11.
Oh, you survived.
I'm starting to get a mite bit.
All right.
We just keep marking off 1, 2,
Yes.
3, 4. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Now roll me 1d6, but minus 1 if you can duel.
Where do you go? 6.
You have a flail. This does 2 damage, but its bogey is that it's a flail. If you miss your attack, you make an attack against yourself.
Oh.
I'm starting to regret this. Let me get one of these dangerous weapons.
All right, Christian,
5 minus 1, 4.
you get a club. It does 2 damage, and it gives you it has the benefit bash. And
Okay.
Boshi,
1 what was the minus 1?
if you can duel,
Oh, I don't have duel. So 1.
you have an iron skillet. Does 3 damage.
What does bash do?
Bash. This item gives a bonus die to all brawn rolls to break things.
You said mine was 3 damage, right?
Yes, it deals 3 damage.
Okay.
Now, does anyone want to take basic gear? Is
I mean,
everyone
I can't.
taking
I
dangerous
can't
gear?
because I can't take gear,
Okay.
right?
Is everyone taking dangerous gear then?
I'm too committed to the stupidity of rolling
All right.
dangerously.
Yeah, me too.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Make
I'm
me your
all in on
horrible
this.
death checks.
Oh God.
No.
Did you die?
Yes.
Shit.
14.
That's fantastic.
Incredible. Did your kobold have a name, perchance?
Cookie.
Cookie. Okay.
Rip Cookie.
Rip
Effin'
Cookie.
effin'
Powered
chat
Cookie.
for Cookie.
He was so well put together. He has
All
so
right.
many synergies.
Please roll me 1d6, Matthew.
You bet. 5.
No one can explain it, but every kobold knows a friend or a relative this has happened to. Some think it's just a subterranean legend that kobold parents use to keep their pups from misbehaving. But from time to time, for no really good reason, arrows simply rain down on kobolds from out of nowhere. It could be archers, traps, evil monkeys, or punk centaur teenagers. You'll never know. In the blink of an eye, you and everything in the same square as you are turned into pin cushions.
F's in,
Wow.
F's in chat for Cookie. F's in
Please,
chat for
F's.
Cookie.
And
Let's
please,
get some F's.
I really do want it to be punk centaur teenagers who are like, let's just shoot some kobolds outside back of the school while we smoke our cigs.
Well, Matthew, you can use the random kobold generator.
Perfect.
Just use the one that's for in color, because that's the edition we're playing.
Thank you.
Okay. For everyone who survived their gear chart check, please
Yeah.
roll me 1d6 minus 1 if you can dungeon.
I got 4.
You get bracers of offense, which
All right.
At any time you make a horrible death check to activate the bracers. If you survive, roll 1d6. For that many turns, all of your attacks deal +1 damage. But before making an attack, you must verbally insult the target.
I think I can manage.
Okay, cool.
6.
A 6
Six.
is a cup of elemental summoning milk.
Okay.
By using this magic cup, you can summon a milk elemental from the demi-plane of dairy products. Milk elementals can calm babies, enrage cows, stop fires, make a light cream sauce, or attack one's enemies. Milk elementals have 5 brawn, 3 ego, 7 extraneous, 8 reflexes, 2 agility. They have the edge bouncy, osteoporosis, 1 damage. That's their weapon. It's osteoporosis.
Oh
1 damage.
no.
All right, perfect.
So
Abby, I
happy.
hate to bother you,
Yeah.
but where is the actual like Google Doc for this so that I can use the proper
It's in the
book?
pinned messages.
No, it's a pinned message. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Beware the bouncy osteoporosis.
It's such
Okay.
a bad thing to have, bouncy and osteoporosis.
So I think
Oh.
that's everything that you
Wait,
need
is
to
that
make
separate or
it.
together bouncy osteoporosis?
Separate.
Okay,
Bouncy
'cause I thought it was
is
just
the
bouncy.
Osteoporosis is its weapon.
Oh, okay. It was just bouncy osteoporosis, so it just makes your bones into like jello.
Now that we have, Matthew, let me know when you have your randomly generated kobold.
Oh, they're ready.
Okay. All right, I'll set the scene, and then I will. 1 second, I have to give Matthew a crown first for dying first.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Give them their due for sure.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, I'll set the scene, and then I'll let you introduce your kobolds, and then we'll get going. For many eons, or as long as you can remember, the kobolds have lived in the cave. And as long as the kobolds have lived in the cave, or as long as you can remember, there has always been a chili cook-off. I forgot to tell you all the optional house rules that are required.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, wait a second, I have to tell you all the required house rules. Give me a second.
The required house rule.
Yes, the
Chili
required house
cook-off.
rules.
Dun dun dun.
Okay. Oh, yes. When someone says King Torg, you must yell, "All hail King Torg."
All
All hail King Torg.
King Torg.
And if you fail to do so, you must take a check. Baby negligence rule. If you do something dangerous near a baby, you must roll your luck in dice. If you don't roll at least one even number, the baby is subjected to a baby horrible death chart roll.
Oh God.
After your
This took
kobold
a turn.
dies, you are welcome to give a kobold soliloquy. So when your kobold dies, you are welcome to sit at the table, put your hand over your heart, and tell of all the great deeds of your kobold before generating a new kobold and coming back to the game.
I love the implication that this game has non-horrible baby deaths. Some peaceful baby deaths.
Oh, what else do I...
They died in the chili. Oh wait.
I think that's all the important ones.
Oh jeez.
Yep, that's all the important ones. The main one is to remember that you cannot, that you have to say "All hail King Torg."
All hail King Torg.
Torg.
All Torg.
Oh,
Hail.
yeah, King Torg.
That's the important one. Okay. For as long as you've lived in the cave, and as long as you've lived in the cave, has been the great chili cook-off for King Torg.
All hail King
All
Torg.
King
King
Torg,
Torg.
Torg, Torg.
Now, you have all been split into teams of 5, and there are 5 of you in this team to make the greatest chili of all time. Now, seeing as kobolds die so quickly, there are really only 3 teams of you, because most of them are dead. So, You start off with 3 teams. They have a bunch of kobolds like on standby because they all die so quickly and so often, so like they have them ready to sub in for teams, but there are 3 official teams. So you've got like maybe 20 kobolds just standing in wait to join a team. They're waiting for the other kobolds to die. But there are 3 official teams of 5. And you're all standing at the entrance to the cave. There's like a little starting line right in front, and King Torg.
All hail King Torg!
All hail King Torg!
That's a bad this.
Holy shit.
So King Torg walks up to the
All hail
All
King
hail
Torg.
King
Hail King Torg.
walks up to the starting line.
It's awkward because I don't want to interrupt you.
Right, exactly.
I keep muting my mic, and now I'm scared to do that.
It's the look she throws at us that gets me, because I think she's listening to something and she's just like,
I was like, did I screw up? Did
Jesus.
me? Probably me. I'm sorry.
So he walks up to the starting line. As you all know, it is time for the weekly chili cook-off. The annual weekly chili cook-off. Yes, all right. You have all been given a shopping list. I don't know what it says. Kobolds can't read, but I've been told it is the recipe for a chili. Anyway, you must all go out into the world and collect the ingredients for the chili and bring back the chili recipes and make it the chilies for our annual weekly chili cook-off. Now, on the count of 3, you all will go out into different towns. Not the same town, that's not enough towns. 1, 3, 2.
I mean, I run.
How many are you?
My kobold runs. He's like, we go to 3, and my kobold just takes off.
Okay.
There's no counting.
On the count of 3, 5, 8, 4, 10, 3, go!
Yeah, my kobold's already gone. I don't know where you guys went, but he's like, on the count of 3, and my kobold's like, boop.
So, as you're all running into town, would you like to introduce your kobolds?
My kobold's name is Scrum. They have a winning smile. They're foul smelling, and that's it. Those are their defining features.
Yeah, Trav, the kobold that took off, yes, is foul smelling as well, has a winning smile, but is like extremely lithe and quick, and they wiggle a lot when they run. It's like a weird, they just like keep doing this, and they're like, time to make the chili. Time to make the chili. Oh, Trav's gonna make the chili with his teammate. Da, da, da.
If you are curious as to what the shopping list looks like, it is available on the Chromatic Chimera Twitter. And Kobolds, this will actually be important, so make sure you have that shopping list ready to reference.
I mean, I already memorized it because Trav is the greatest kobold that's ever lived.
Well, obviously.
There's baby meat.
That's
Yep.
it.
Back there. Sorry, that was
Hi.
it. Sorry.
I will help. I will help with the readings, for I am Fert, and Fert is number this many's. And
Is that-
thus is bestest. Most smart has troll blood, and also can catch fire. But the list says B ends on papayers, babies, garlic, spikies, tomato, and dairy of some variety. I think it might say cheese.
I mean, Trav thinks that those are a bunch of human words. Trav not care. Chili, baby chili.
My name's Thick. With 4 C's.
You see a kobold with like a barrel around his belly, but like his moobs kind of hang over the front edge of the barrel, and he's kind of like sweaty, and he smells really bad. And there's like the sound of like those 5-gallon water jugs sloshing around whenever he runs. He's just like,
Oh my god.
wait for me.
Trav thinks you should keep up with Trav because Trav's gonna take us straight to the babies, which is one of the things on the list, I think. One, if not the only.
Who has the list? No one has the list. Let me see the list.
Why would we have the list when we can't read?
I don't know.
I-
It seems important.
Only to people who think that eating something other than babies is too good for kobolds. Is that what you're saying? We need more things?
Listen, no one eats more raw babies than Thick. But this is a chili cook-off. It is a competition to cook the babies, so I figure we should learn how to collect things on that list.
So much talk about cooking. I feel like first get baby, then complain about not having charlique or queso, whatever weird things that people are saying.
Listen, you're the leader. I'm too tired.
Oh, trap. Whoa.
Let me know when we're leaving, and I sit down.
Anybody want the list?
Who are you, weird screechy thing who keeps screeching? Is your name List? Are you the List?
My name is Buck.
Unfortunately, my kobold ears couldn't pick that up from the tone of your voice. And then you were muted there, so yeah, okay.
I think he's saying Buck.
Buck? Okay. Well, Buck, since Thick said...
Think he say block.
Wait, Black?
But since Thick thinks Trav is
With
the leader...
With 4 C's.
Right.
Thick.
That's... It's so long. Trav just want to go get meat for chili.
It's a family name. You have to say the whole thing.
Are you the 4th one?
We put a C on at the end of every name. Each time someone...
Yeah, so you're the 4th. You're Thick the 4th.
I'm pretty sure I'll be the last.
I mean...
You have any kids?
What? Yeah, I was gonna say, don't we have broods?
I
Don't we
would
just
have
like...
kids, but I can't take this barrel off.
I'm really sorry I asked.
This isn't a fashion statement. I can't remove it.
Trav just like wiggles over to you and he's like, you can't... Trav is confused. You can't get the barrel off?
No, it's
You...
stuck around my body.
Okay, but what if, now hear me out, we take a baby and we sort of jam it down in there and use it as grease to sort of slip the barrel off of you?
Well, I mean, if anything wider than a finger could fit in here, I wouldn't be stuck in here. But maybe if we wring out the baby...
Well, that's what I mean. We use the inside baby juice to...
It seems like a waste of a perfectly good baby.
I mean, what are we going to use? I mean, look, once we put it in the pot with the spunions and the... what was the other thing? It was that, the cow juice?
I already provide list. But if Fert need give list again, Fert
No.
says.
Fert, no, Fert. Trav says boring. Let's go, everybody, to the town for babies. Unless,
Gets up.
yeah, unless somebody here think baby not most important part of chili.
No, Dad.
No.
The baby's very important.
Obviously, baby's most important.
King Torg
Very.
won't like the chili.
All hail King Torg, by the way.
All hail King Torg!
Oh hell,
Damn it.
I'm sorry,
Let's
did
try to-
someone not say all hail?
Yes, that would be the one that's screeching. His name is Rock, or whatever. Block.
Please don't do a horrible death check.
No!
Yes.
Oh.
He just
Oh,
falls
wait.
over.
Your microphone is breaking from.
Yeah, I believe your shrieking is causing your microphone not to pick you up part of the time. Yeah,
like
are you
that.
making sound? Because that's not coming across.
I can
Can you
hear
hear me?
something very lightly.
Let me try checking my volume.
Oh,
That came through perfect.
there we go.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I think you were just peeking the crap out of your microphone. So it's just
Your death check
Yeah.
was a 10?
No. I'm good. I've survived.
Yay!
so now use this voice to tell me what your name is, because I still don't. Nope. See,
Nope.
it cut out again. What?
No. Anything above Ronnie James Dio and the mic.
Yeah,
just cuts out.
yeah, it just cuts out.
My name is Black.
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 The color.
Like
the color.
color.
Black.
Okay.
No.
Oh, fuck! That's like
Me no think that is his name. Me think it starts with a defined B sound.
25 minutes in and we don't know what
It starts with a B. No f. Fart start with f. His name start with B.
Okay. Trav not care. Trav not care what your name. You know what? Your name? Sma. Whatever.
He won't be
Well,
alive that long. Let's go.
Boshi,
I
you might want
thought-
to check your mic.
I caught Buh. We'll call him
Hold on.
Buh.
Okay.
Okay, he's
I'm
a
calling him Clip.
we can call him just sheep then. Whatever. Sheeps make that sound. Pluck, like
Is
eyebrow plucking. I barely heard that.
Please,
That's what it is.
please
Are
type
you-
it into Zoom chat. Otherwise,
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Are
We're
you
gonna
saying Bluck as
Is it
with
duck?
a B as in boy, or with a P as in
Black.
definitely not a boy?
Like
It
if
was-
Black and Cluck become one thing.
Fuck.
Okay.
You have Black.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know that we have Bluck on our side to shriek us into a wakefulness. All right, everybody. Trav, appointed leader by Thick with Thor Kuz.
I don't agree with that, but okay.
Whatever.
Well, fine, but I'm going to get baby. You want to go get something else? Should we split the party up?
Yes.
All of us get own thing, bring back to pot.
Yes. Let's go. I run off.
This,
Okay, and Trav just runs off in a different direction towards town. Wherever,
This
What's-
is a disaster.
Bert believes for remainder of team this is a very bad idea for split, and maybe we should cohesive into one.
Isn't there a death check for trying to plan or think?
yes,
yeah, there is.
is.
If you think too hard, you do have to
Mother-
make a death check.
Yeah, I feel like
My whole thing is that I'm smart.
Yeah, well,
yes.
I
Don't
think
get
you
attached.
Fuck.
I think you
Yeah.
are
Get
exempt to
blocked.
So you're
that.
saying it need to be
Bluff.
me?
Block you.
My existence is death and pain.
Correct.
Get blocked.
All right, sure.
you're
I'm-
so blocked.
This is my 5th check. What could go wrong?
But I think if you have Sage, you're exempt from it, honestly.
Oh, really? Please, God, say that's what the rules say.
Nah, that's no way.
Let
No
me double
way.
check. Give me-
I don't think that's what King Torg says.
What?
Oh,
hell
hell
no.
no.
King Torg.
Oh my god,
Sage.
the breathing is going
Everything. Okay, here we go. As a sage, you know about stuff and can use, like medicine or show tunes or whatever, and can use the skill to ask the mayor any question about it. No matter what question is asked, the mayor need only respond with yes or no. She must be as truthful as she can be at the time, and in the context of the game, there are no maybes, just an honest yes or no. The use of Sage does not require an ego roll, but it does require that you explain whatever was just learned to the group. The explanation should include a little backstory on how you came to be so sagacious on the subject. All other players immediately vote on the plausibility and entertainment value of the story. If the majority of players vote thumbs down, you take 2 checks on the Kobold Horrible Death Record. Otherwise, you just take 1 check.
Oh,
Yes.
1 check. Ah.
So
Well,
it does not exempt you from overthinking, but you can ask me any question.
Fair.
And
I
very
rolled a
sagacious.
total 9, so I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm
But now you
riding
have
this
6?
line. I have
Wow.
5 marks.
Okay.
5 marks.
Shit.
That was the 5th mark.
Oh, okay, I got you.
The
All right.
next one will be 6. Goddamn.
Yeah. It's cool. Good.
Okay.
Doing fine.
So, yeah, forgive me, but what was Matthew's kobold's name? I forget.
I forgot to.
Okay.
Well, it
It
was
was Scrum.
Yeah, it was Scrum. It was Scrum.
Scrum. Okay. So yeah, Scrum goes in one direction, and Trav just like wiggle runs the other direction. So I don't know where Scrum is heading, but Trav is heading in a different direction on purpose. Like, party split, time to get ingredients, and that is
So-
what Trav is doing.
While you're running out of the cave, you come into kind of. It's not even big enough to be like a full town. It's more like a large cul-de-sac. So there are. It's like a circular path with houses around the edge and a big building in the middle. And then you can also see in the distance there is a pond. So when you directly come out of the cave and come down the path, it forks almost right away, and to the left fork there is a building with a small fenced-in area behind it, and then to the right there is a slightly larger building.
Big rooms, big babies. And so whichever place has like a larger room is
Mhm.
where Trav is running towards.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm gonna speak normally until Luck is speaking.
Boshi, I think you literally screamed so much you wrecked your mic.
Yeah,
Super
I mean,
Does the mic on your headset work?
How about now?
Yes, beautiful.
Oh, much better.
Okay. So I'm gonna speak normally for Bluck until he is speaking. So Bluck is gonna look around immediately and try to find the nearest human because he can speak to humans.
It is pretty early daytime, so there are a few humans just milling around. One of them is walking in the direction of the pond, and that's the closest human to you.
And what kind of human is it?
It is a middle-aged man. He's walking by himself carrying some flowers.
Bluck will just kind of walk up, look at him, and stop, think, try to remember human, and look up and just kind of bark in Kobold.
Oh my. Help. Hello?
And mind you, I've already decided my, what was it, 5 or 6 words?
As many words as you have points in ego.
Oh, that's right. I get 8 words. Well, I'll go with what I have written. I'll hit. Consume.
Oh shit.
What was that?
Consume.
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 He starts to like nudge you away with his boot. Just like slowly backs away.
Toes. And Black will kind of look at him offended and like kind of just like this and be like, jiggle.
Did you say giggle?
Jiggle.
Jiggle? Yeah, he starts walking away a little faster now.
Ass. Bluck will turn and start walking towards another human.
Okay. So while that's going on, I'm assuming this kind of repeats very much
A little bit.
Okay, so Ran, your kobold went towards the larger building, correct?
Yeah, whatever the largest building is, that's where Trav assumes the largest babies are.
I mean,
That's kobold logic, everybody. Hopefully that's not thinking too hard, but I feel like big building, big
that
baby.
makes sense.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense to me. All right. Yeah, you.
If I run
arrive-
into any humans, this is what happens. Like all of a sudden, Trav just starts smiling, and he's like, and just like walks off with a smile on his face.
Oh, what happened to my? Oh, there it is. Never mind. Okay. So you arrive at this house. There are some windows that you could look through. There is a door, and they don't seem to have any fenced-in areas. It's just like a house.
I mean, yeah, it's Trav with a giant smile on his face, like pushes the door open unless it's closed, and then he just like
The door is closed.
okay, he just knocks with a smile, and he's just like,
The door is answered by a youngish woman, and she pushes open the door, looks around. She doesn't see anything like her size, and she looks down. Oh,
yeah. I mean, there's a smile on his face, and he walks past her. Now he stinks, so like as it says in the book, people know where he is, and they think they need to like throw away trash or dog feces, evidently according to the book. So he has this giant smile on his face, and he's just like, and he like walks in smelling like he rolled around in some sort of fecal matter, and he's just like, and he just like starts wiggling towards the babies. He walks in here and he's looking for a child. I mean, not a child, sorry, a baby. But he's still smiling. It's still like,
the woman is like very startled and is like pinching her nose, and she's very confused. And it's like you just walk right in, and you see, you walk into a living room, and you see an adult human man on the couch along with a human child. And
but not a baby, right?
No babies. A human child and 2 adults.
Okay. And so he walks past the lady and then sees like the man sitting down with the child, and he does the same thing. He's like, and he just like is walking past them and looking for other rooms in the house. We can go to somebody else, but this is like he's not stealing anything. He's not trying to eat anything. He's just looking for the baby in the room and like making weird hand signals like he thinks this is what humans do. So he's like,
This
with like
kobold
this
saw an
weird
Adam Sandler movie once, and
Right.
and thinks that's how humans.
Tell you. Yeah, exactly.
It reminds me of my in-laws.
Okay, what is everyone else doing at this point?
Well, I go, if he went that way, I go this way, and hope other guy come with. Thick with forces.
Yeah.
Come with this way.
Okay.
Because I have the list, and I'm not perfectly sure all the things on there, what they are. But I know there are things, and maybe this way we find things. Could be these things.
Makes sense to me.
Matthew, what is your kobold doing?
You said there was a pond?
There is a pond.
Okay, sorry. Okay, whatever house is closest to the pond, that's the one I'm going in.
There is a very, very fancy building right next to the pond.
Yeah, perfect. That's where I'm going.
All right. We'll jump to Norian and Christian right before we go to that. So you go the other way to the nearest building, and this is also a house, but it does have a small fenced-in area in the back. There are windows you could look through. There is a front door to the house, and if you look carefully, which I don't know if you do, being kobolds, at the fenced-in area, you do see 3 chickens.
Chickens. Look. Is that on the list?
It's not on the list, but there is no reason we cannot have chickens.
Ah.
But if they have chickens, they might have other yums.
Okay, well, you look for other yums. I'm gonna go pick up a chicken.
You get chickens, I go in and get yums.
I would like to go get a chicken.
You're gonna. Okay, so you come to the fence. How do you get into the fenced area?
I want to. You know what? I'm gonna lubricate the door and see if I can't open it by dumping. Oh no, it doesn't actually have milk in it. It's a milk elemental that I have, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna lubricate with milk.
I was gonna dump milk on it and be like, it's looser now. You know what? I'll club it since it's a thing,
Yeah.
and because I'm fat, I can break things easier, right?
Did you have the?
It's the club, not the fat.
Yeah,
the fat has nothing to do with it. I just want to make it clear, everybody out there.
The fat has to do with the 4th C.
Right,
Thick.
gotcha. Okay, so my club, I'm gonna bash the door.
You're gonna bash the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So because you have bash, I'm gonna say that this is a 2 brawn roll instead of a 3 brawn roll. So you're gonna roll 2d6 to
Okay.
bash.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. What is your brawn number?
7.
Then you succeed.
All right.
So with the d6 system, essentially what you're trying to do is you're trying to roll below your stat.
Oh damn! All right, cool.
So the higher your stats are, the easier that is to do. So
All right.
you are able to bash through.
Cool.
This fence.
If the lock's broken, then I boot fuck the door and I walk
Oh,
on
you
through.
didn't even get to the door. You just like smashed down part of the fence.
Oh, it's just flattened. All right, sick.
Like you weren't even at the gate. You just went up to the fence and you're just like, this looks like a good spot.
All right.
Like one of those small, shitty fences with a latch.
Chink. It's like squishing tinfoil. Just
Completely unnecessary.
So you're gonna go to try to wrestle a chicken?
sure. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna try to wrestle it since I imagine that's what that means. The wrestle. I don't have wrestle. But
Well, are you trying to kill a chicken or are you trying to capture a chicken?
No, I want to keep it alive.
The fresher, the better.
Okay. Instead of a brawn, I'm gonna say that is a
Reflexes?
3d6 reflexes check
Okay.
to try to catch a chicken.
Okay. If is there anything for being fast?
Are you fast?
I took fast before I knew I was obese.
Point. You can be fast and obese. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I mean that's not wrong.
You just roll in the barrel.
Yeah, so like it's a fat kobold, but very long, skinny legs.
So fast just increases your movement.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, then I
What's
roll
our
1d6.
3d6.
Whoa.
Chickens
Yeah, you're
are
getting
fast a
you're
little
getting all
bit.
the stuff.
What do I roll then?
3d6 and try to beat your reflexes.
Oh God.
Look,
Okay. Shit.
I rolled an 11.
No.
And I have a reflexes of 8.
So, you are not able to catch the chicken. You do one of those things where you dive at it and your arms go like this, but you just you face plant into the ground.
And isn't this a death save now?
Yeah, actually, now that you did fail a check, you do have to make me a normal death check.
Oh God, this is my 6th one.
You can do it, Thick. I believe in you.
I rolled an 8.
Nice. Well, you're still alive. Oh wait, no. +6.
So if you rolled an 8.
Is it?
Oh, I rolled an
8
8 plus 6.
Plus
Yeah,
6.
14.
Oh, you.
You
Oh,
are
you
dead.
Thick
Alright.
falls flat on
Oh,
his
you don't get to
stomach.
decide how you die.
Oh, cool. I get to be told. Sick.
Yeah.
Kill me.
Alright,
Thick.
please roll me 1d6.
Is there an option to fill my barrel with feces as I die?
I'm
Oh my
sure.
No.
I mean, your bowels will let go.
Yeah, the last thing you do
What's,
before you leave this coil.
What's your roll result?
The 1d6 is a 1.
If a tree falls in the woods. If a tree falls in the woods and there is no one around to hear it, does it make a sound? Philosophers have been arguing over this for ages. Fortunately, most kobolds lack the higher reasoning needed to understand the dilemma. If you have less than 7 ego, you completely ignore the conundrum and may go on your merry way no worse for wear. If you have sage, or 7 ego or greater, you lose 1d6 turns trying to reason out the answer. So you
You're
could
not dead.
actually die.
Oh, whoops.
What's your ego?
7.
So you lose 1d6 turns trying to reason out
Right.
the answer, which means you're just going to sit out for a little bit.
You're just
You-
rolling in your barrel.
Yeah, I mean, you look up and see a tree, and a branch falls off of it and lands on the ground, and it makes a sound, and you're like, I totally heard that, but like, what if I wasn't here? And then you think
I
about
totally
that
heard
problem.
But what if I didn't?
All right.
Yep.
The inner
exactly.
machinations of my mind are an enigma.
Good one. Like it.
Cool. So I missed the chicken, but I'm still alive.
Yes. Honorian, what are you up to?
Sick.
I'm gonna try and go in the house.
Okay.
See what they got going on. All
How
up
are
in
you
that.
trying to enter the house?
Is the front door open?
It's not open.
All
Door's
right,
closed.
let me just try and go open it.
Okay. You go to turn the handle, and it appears that there is something stopping you from turning the handle. Kobolds don't exactly know what locks are, but you know it's not turning.
I don't understand what this dark magic is, but I'm gonna go around. I saw a peepee hole thingy on the side, so I'm gonna go look there.
You're gonna look in the window.
You saw a pee-pee hole? Where?
You look in the window,
In the
and
window.
You're busy thinking about trees, Thick.
You interrupted my thought process.
I gotta start all over.
you look in the window, and you see a dark room, but due to your kobold senses, you can make out a cradle in the room.
Make out with a cradle.
Ooh. Okay, well, this peepee thingy here doesn't seem to be very strong, and I have a flail, so
I mean, the sage doesn't
Alright.
know what a window is. I feel like that's pretty apropos.
I know about show tunes. We already discussed this. Come back to me when we're discussing Gilbert and Sullivan.
I mean, if you want to have that conversation, I'm ready.
Okay,
So,
I am the very model of a Kobold general. Smash.
please make me I guess a 1d6 brawn roll.
Okay.
So try to roll below your brawn.
I can't miss that one. It's 6. I have a brawn of 8.
Well, then you are able to smash it. I will tell you that windows really don't have a very good agility.
I was hoping so.
It
Let me-
dodges your flail.
I'm gonna go in that way.
So you smash the window, and you are able to climb in. It does make a lot of noise, though. Before we get to that, we're going to jump to Matthew, who is
Oh,
running
good.
towards the fancy building by the pond.
I'm going.
And Bluck is following.
Okay.
Oh, good, Black. I'm so glad we're close friends and I know your name.
It's. No one else can hear me. I don't know why.
I think it's because your voice is so high. It's like only dogs can hear it.
Which is ironic, seeing as kobolds are dog-like.
What? You hear that?
So you run to the big fancy building. It's got very, very colorful windows and has 2 large doors that are just permanently swung open at this point in the day.
I'm gonna put my hands out towards Bluck. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna heft you up. I'm gonna heft you up through the window. Oh, I'll point to like I'm assuming there's a window. Maybe there's not though.
I mean, there are windows, but they're very, very colorful windows. They're very big windows.
Oh, that's nice.
And is the door open or?
Yeah, the doors are open.
Okay, I'll heft you through the door.
I'm just gonna walk through.
Oh, fine. But I'm ready to heft you at a moment's notice. Big building, big food. Got it? Let's go. I'm sorry that I smell bad.
You smell fine to me.
You
Oh, thanks.
you walk into
Nice. Oh my god. All right.
you walk into the big fancy building, and all of that bad smell that you have is like covered almost immediately by a stronger, holier smell.
It's a sanctified shithouse, evidently, is what this is.
Oh my god. You smell that? It smells like persecution. Internalized homophobia. Big reactionary political dogma.
Some smoke lays heavy in the air, but there's no fire as far as you can see. But the smoke does have a very distinct smell to it.
I'd say.
Smells like bland wafers.
Yeah. Okay, but that means, but you smell it, so it's food, right? So we can find food in here, definitely.
I'm gonna walk all the way down. If anything, like, do I see people?
As you walk down this long, narrow aisle where there's plenty of benches like lined along, you do see an old human man wearing like black.
I'm
Like,
smiling.
in front of me or sitting?
He's standing up at what looks to be a large table, taking care of something up there, not paying attention to you.
All right, I'm gonna walk up and like stand like kind of like in front of whatever table he's at until he's looking at me, and I'm just gonna.
Hello there.
Balls.
I'm sorry.
Jiggle.
Can I help you?
Will balls.
The man is going to turn and like, wait, right here. He's gonna turn and walk away. and he's, after a few seconds, he'll come back holding, what is he holding? He'll come back holding, a can of some, there's like a picture of something green on the front. And he'll just be like, all right, here you go, please leave. And hand the can to you.
I'm gonna sniff it. Does it smell like anything?
It smells like aluminum.
Boiled asparagus. Everybody knows that goes great in chili.
I'm gonna just nod, look up at him,
Die.
and then leave.
These types always have more than they give.
Oh, wow.
I'm not leaving without a big pound of flesh.
Perfect.
Sorry. I'm smiling. What?
It's good for chili.
More. And I'm gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna smile at the man in black, and then like I'm gonna follow my nose and try to sniff out where the real good stuff is here.
Unfortunately, your nose is assaulted by the holy smoke, so it's very hard to smell anything. But you, besides the human, you do have a faint smell of something, I don't know, Italian? And also a faint hint of wet dog.
Okay, I'm gonna go towards the Italian wet dog.
So you walk past the old man who's back at the big table, setting up something, and into a back room you find a dog like sleeping, and hanging next to the dog on a small table is some fresh garlic.
Good doggy. Oh wait, they're sleeping. I'm gonna sneak past them. I'm gonna go for the garlic.
Make me a 2d6 reflexes check to sneak.
Oh no. Okay, well I have sneak. What does that mean?
I feel like that gives you a bonus die, so it would be a 1d6. Give me just a sec to double check.
Good, because my reflexes is 3.
You are a shifty little fellow with the ability to move quietly and remain undetected. Moving quietly and going unnoticed are not things normally associated with kobolds, but they do come in handy. The base difficulty for this action is the highest cunning of anything that you are trying to sneak past.
So how cunning is a sleeping dog?
So how cunning is the dog?
I'm
Asleep.
trying to find that right now. Cunning.
This
One.
dog wakes up. I'm gonna punch on the nose.
1.
That
Okay.
interaction was gold, by the
So
way.
What does 1 mean?
So
Okay.
that means
It's
you have to do
1d6.
1d6. Yeah.
Okay, I'm rolling. I got a 3. What does that mean?
I'm gonna say you just barely make it.
Oh, thank God.
You like, it gets to a point where you're sneaking and the dog goes and like turns over and lays on its back, but it doesn't seem to have woken up.
Yeah. Good doggy.
You
I'm
grab,
gonna get out of there.
so you grab the garlic and you run out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he have the hands to hold the garlic is the question.
I'll drop shit if I don't have it. I need to drop something. I will drop my
You're gonna drop what?
my club.
Right at the dog's tail. Here we go.
Perfect.
Why do I feel like this is gonna?
Okay.
Drops club,
Who-
obtains a single clove of garlic.
We're gonna, as y'all are running out, we're gonna go back to Ran. Are you still walking around the house like?
Yeah, I mean, he's continually making hand movements with a smile on his face, and he's just looking for food, specifically a baby, but secondary like windowsill tomatoes or onions or some shit. I mean, Trev doesn't know shit about what's happening. He's just like, if I do this, Trev is safe.
So you have winning smile, right?
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
that's why it's working, right? It's not
Yeah.
like he's just
Obviously.
crazy. I mean, he is crazy, but
So as you're walking around, you got this big smile on you. So the family is just like following behind you, just kind of confused. Like you don't seem to be a threat to them.
I mean,
it's
if a raccoon walks into your house and starts making weird sounds and moving its hands around, I feel like you probably are like, no, you still need to leave, raccoon. You can't just hang out here.
It's like if a stray cat or stray dog walks into your house and you're just like, okay,
Yep.
what do I do?
I'm
now?
honestly just imagining Stitch from Lilo and Stitch
Yeah.
doing a vaudeville routine, like and I'll come up behind like I know show tunes for that.
So the family's following you around. You do find it to like what appears to be the place where they keep their food, and in a cabinet.
But to be clear, there are no baby accoutrements.
You don't see any babies.
Okay.
You don't smell any babies, but you get to the place where it looks like they keep their food, and you find some boxes that have some sweet grain sort of thing in them. It's very delicious and very sugary. And you also find some cans that have pictures of food on them. They smell like aluminum.
What kind of picture? Like, do I recognize the pictures when I look at them? What are they shaped like?
One looks like it might hold beans. Another looks like it's like red and kind of looks soupy.
Yeah. Traviaki, and he like takes one of the boxes and pushes it off of where it was sitting, and then just like deftly climbs up to where the cans are and pushes those into the box too.
I think you have to make me a climb check.
Yep, I'm an athlete, or sorry, in this edition it's called sport. I am naturally more athletic than others. With the sports skill, you can leap, climb, vault, roll, and perform any number of fun-to-watch physical activities as we pretend to care. I love it. The difficulty of each attempted use of sport is determined by the mayor. So, yeah.
Since you have sport, I will say it is 1d6.
Okay. And my brawn is like literally my lowest stat, which is exactly how you want this to go for sure. All right, I rolled 5 and my brawn is 6, so I succeed.
You succeed. So you get up there and you start pushing stuff down on the floor, and the family's like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
And then, yeah, I put everything in the box, take off my hat, drop the slingshot that I had in one of my paws, and just like pick up the box with the cans on top of it. And I'm going to run out of the house with this box and these cans. I have nothing in my hands except for this box and these cans now. I am also fast, so
yeah, I'm gonna say that that'll be a 2d6 reflexes roll to outrun them.
Okay. I also have wiggle, so if I need to squeeze through a place, I just want to let you know.
Just hypothetically.
I mean, but also the box and the cans don't have wiggle, so it's not really going to be useful if I'm like, wait. But yeah, I mean, we're doing 2d6. Okay.
Supermarket sweep.
All right. Yep, exactly. I'm like, give me these turkeys. This is all I want in this entire container.
Couponing.
Yep, exactly. Oh shit, a straight giant bottle of Listerine. This is what I'm taking with me. I got a 6 and my reflexes is 11, so I pass.
You pass. Wow. Congratulations. Whoa. You have escaped the house with 2 cans and a box.
Yeah. Trav's like, maybe no baby, but Trav got things for soup. Wait, soup? Chili? And he like looks around and there's nobody there to tell him what he's trying to remember, and he's like, but these are going somewhere. Where? Okay. And so like Trav just like starts wandering off towards like where he thinks he remembers these people, like his crew being.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he has any idea.
So where is everyone else at this point?
Block would have been heading back towards where they were going to meet up because Bluck successfully got the thing for Chili.
Okay. Christian, will say you're back in the game now.
Oh, okay.
Do we still we're missing meat, right? Is that what we're missing?
Not for long.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna go back for dog meat.
Chili's best friend.
I'm going in.
Are we making Wendy's chili?
Oh. All right, Thick. Come on, Thick. What are you doing? Oh, also, Thick. I have a question, Thick. What does happen if a tree falls in the forest?
You've been spending 6 turns thinking about this.
It sounds like a tree falling.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Deep.
I mean, it's obvious when you think about it for long enough.
Oh, God.
Maybe not to everybody, but definitely to Thick.
With 4 C's.
Yep.
Seeds.
Are the chickens still here?
Yeah, the chickens are there.
Shoot, and I forgot Honorian's kobold's name.
Fart!
Right. How could I forget?
Also, I did plop a little map of the town you're in the Discord if you need to reference that.
Oh, all right. Wait, where are we?
I think you're in D2 from what I'm understanding of this.
No, you're in
okay.
A.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
The one closest to... I gotcha.
Yeah.
I see it.
Ran just came from building H. Y'all are in A. Matt and Matthew and Boshi came from building B.
Well, you're in the backyard. I'm
Oh, you're in the front?
I'm in Crash Bang Boozle inside
Gotcha.
through my
Fart.
deft display of physical sportsmanship.
Hey,
Fart.
Fart. Help me catch these chickens, Fart. Where's...
Toby's gonna try.
I'm gonna take a lap and look for Furt.
I swear, Thick sounds like if Ed from Ed, Ed and Eddie was high.
Exactly.
Dig a hole,
that's
dig a
all.
hole, dig a hole.
I mean, this not to me, Thick is the alien in Mass Effect 2 who gets high on drugs and thinks he has bionic powers. I don't know. In Mass Effect 2, if anybody ever played that. Anyway,
Yeah,
there's
I
this
played
very, very small suited creature that takes a bunch of drugs and gets real high, and this is exactly what he sounds like when he's like, I am the god of biotics, and like runs in and gets himself killed.
I was just gonna go with Bob from Bob's Burgers, but again, in high form.
It is Hi Bob. Oh my god, it is Hi Bob.
All right.
Wow.
They totally
That was a
know
good
we're
contribution
high.
that we all just had.
I think we
Yes.
needed to have that dialogue.
It was very important to the story.
The game is richer now for us having had this conversation.
I'm just trying to generate conversations in chat, you know? That's all I care about, really.
Lore!
I think we all need to know about the Thick family line.
We've established they're the fourth.
I mean, to be honest with you, one of these games where all you did was play a thick family, and it was just all of you were related, and you had different C's. I mean, all right, anyway.
Well, my great grandfather was very, very thick. He grew up and lived a long life, had many babies, had a son named Dubby. Dubby Thick.
I'm sorry, did you say son or sub?
His son. No.
Your accent made it difficult to detect.
He had a son. His wife was a sub. And then Dubby grew up, and he also had a child, my father.
You can do it.
I'm not bad at improvising a third name, apparently.
But I just want this to be clear to everybody that's watching this right now, and to us at the table, that this is what Thick is talking about as he's looking for his friend. He's walking around a building and being like, "Then there was my father who was the." And this is when he sees the window and it's broken or some shit.
The heat from like the barrel trapping him in. He's
Yeah.
sweated himself into senility, and he's just wandering around talking about his lineage.
Sweated into
We are the Kobold monarchy. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think this is a good time to take a quick bio break. We're gonna we'll be right back. We're gonna take like a 5 to 10 minute break so everyone can get a glass of water and do some business. But then we'll be right back to continue our great chili cook-off.
Okay.
We are
we're not there.
Okay, so no one wants to strategize. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. All of our kobolds have returned, and I'm really disappointed at the severe lack of death that has happened thus far. We'll get there, though. I believe in us. I believe in us. But, so I'll turn it back over to the kobolds. Y'all can discuss whatever you would like before we continue, and just let me know when you're ready to go.
So Trav sets down the box of what he assumes is sweet corn and the 2 cans, because that's what's in that box, sweet corn, everybody, which is delicious and chili. And then, like, sets them down and then takes, like, a loose piece of shrubbery and does the worst job of hiding these things. He's, like, sets it on top. And he's like, Trav knows how to hide things. Trav's the greatest. And he like sets this thing on top of him. And then he goes and looks for where everybody else is.
And Black will probably be walking up and be like,
and Trav's like, Trav is very exceptionally excited about Pluck. And they're fine. So if Duck wants to go over to where Trav left his stuff, Truck can set it down next to it and we can almost start. I just don't have any meats yet. And so he like points Canuck towards where that is, and he'll keep.
Well played.
And at that point, Bluck is just going to look around and then going to start to head towards D1.
Towards the big building in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Is everyone else heading towards that building as well?
I'm still.
Fert is inside the other building, and
right, I'm still
Fick's taking a lap to look for him.
Okay, yeah. So you crashed the window to A and climbed in. It is very loud, but you have woken the baby.
Does Trav hear this? Can he hear the baby with his kobold senses a tingling?
I feel like every kobold in like a 50-mile radius can hear a baby crying.
So Trav, who was aimlessly wandering around with his chest puffed out like, I got stuff for the chili, I'm the greatest, Trav's the greatest, Trav. He hears the baby's like, time to get the meat. And he like runs off, and you guys, he's going to eventually get there, but yeah.
All right. Fert is going to look to where he hears the baby, try and lock on eye contact with the baby. There's baby, see baby, grab baby, run, throw baby out window.
I think at this point I would have been mid-lap, and I will see
That's
baby.
That's the hope, that Fick is out there to see baby.
I will say that throwing a baby would be child endangerment, but...
We're gonna cook the kid!
But...
You don't want to
fresh
bruise.
baby's always best, anyway.
That's good.
Right. Also,
no one likes a
you
bruised
have to
tomato.
make a check to climb into the cradle and grab the baby, and then you have to make a check to climb out of the cradle with the baby, and another check to throw the baby out the window.
Drag the cradle.
Holy shit.
Do that shit. Do that.
Just chuck the cradle out the window.
Am I checking?
For climbing, those are going to be 2 brawn checks.
Okay, thank God.
We'll call those 2d6 brawn, 2d6 to get in, 3d6 to get out with the baby, because you are holding the baby.
And I believe you're on 6 right now. Is that right?
Does the lift skill help at all?
Ooh.
Let me check. I think that only applies to like really heavy things.
Maybe it's a really fat baby.
Lift, you could carry more than 2 items.
Right, yeah, no, it only has to do with carrying things.
Oh, so I just don't have to put my stuff down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All right, so first up is 2. Yes, my next check mark will be 6 if I screw up. So, 2 up.
Uh-oh.
And I got 8 brawn.
Ooh.
3. Hopeful start.
Okay, so you get in and you grab the baby.
1.
You
Okay, so
roll
4
one at a
total.
time.
Good. Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing it for dramatic effect.
Oh, okay. So you get in
I
and
only have
you
one
grab the
D6
baby.
on me.
So now you have to make a 3d6 check to get out.
Oh boy.
2. 2. Oh my god. 3.
Do you get out?
Wow. Yeah,
I
by
made it!
1.
Okay.
Yeah, by
7.
1.
All right,
Yep.
you get out
Wow.
with the screaming baby. Now to throw the baby out the window.
Like a 14D check.
Please make me a 2d6 reflexes check.
Oh god, no. It's my
You mess
worst.
up. If you mess up, you get the diaper to the face.
My worst check. It's a 5.
Oh boy.
2. 6.
Oh,
Diaper to the
fail.
face.
You go to
Splat
throw the
on the
baby
wall.
out the window, and it doesn't go well.
Go,
Please.
Beat.
Please roll me. How many dice do you have in luck? How many luck points do you have?
Ooh.
2.
Roll 2d6 and let me know if you get any even numbers.
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Give me just a second. Baby inside. Please roll me a 1d6.
There's a roll for this?
Oh
Oh,
dear
God.
god.
Indoor baby rolls.
Why is there a table for what's about to happen?
It's a game.
Yeah, why wouldn't there be?
I got a 1.
Okay. KPR. Kobold Pulmonary Resuscitation. Hey look, the baby stopped breathing. This little bugger must be practicing holding its breath. Isn't that cute? Oh look, he changes colors too. Ah, he's choking. What do you do? What do you do? Make 3 dice ego roll to keep your cool and administer KPR.
I
So
thought
roll-
this was cartoon violence. What the shit? Oh my god!
It is a cartoon. It's an anime, and you can only watch it after midnight.
So
I thought it was gonna leave like a baby-shaped hole in the wall or something. No.
It's
an
Neon
HBO.
Genesis Evangelion. Okay.
It's
Roll
Spawn
me,
on HBO.
Yeah,
roll
yep,
me
exactly. It's-
3d6 and you have to get under your ego.
I got-
Jesus.
My ego is 7. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Wait, do you have the bogey hungry?
No.
Okay, good.
No,
Never
I'm,
mind.
I'm flammable.
Okay.
I got a whole different set of issues to worry about. Oh god, no. 11.
Ooh.
It does not go well, but the baby looks like it's sleeping now.
Oh my god, you killed it. Oh my god, it's dead.
No, it's sleeping.
It's got a shelf life now.
The baby is unconscious.
Oh god. I mean, I know we're gonna like cook it, but I didn't
It's spoiled.
want to like,
You ruined it.
you know, like,
At
Okay.
this point, you do hear the door behind you to the room start to like the doorknob rattles, like someone's coming in.
Oh god. Oh fuck.
can I just like heft the baby out the window?
Do you
like,
have heft?
I have lift,
Um,
which I know is so very different.
I'll let you try to like push the baby over the windowsill and out. We'll make that a 2d6 brawn roll.
This whole thing from my perspective, I'm gonna see like a baby like puppet over the edge of a window and then
It's just like a Weekend at Bernie's thing, only with a baby.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! Okay, thank God. I have 8 brawn. I just rolled a 1. It doesn't matter. But 2. Okay, cool.
Okay, so the baby comes spilling out the window. At this point, the door opens and a human adult walks in and starts screaming at you.
Okay. And then I try and scramble out the window.
Make me a 2d6 brawn check to get out the window.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 6. I have an 8. That's fine. And I rolled a 3.
Oh.
You see, the thing is, though, is you can carry 2 items. You should have carried the baby and yourself out the
Right,
window.
obviously. I should have lifted.
Hindsight.
I acted.
Lifted!
Right,
Hindsight.
therein lies clearly.
I guess this is a cartoon. That's obvious.
Again, my matters of expertise are show tunes.
All right, let's see that.
Someone
Let's see that.
respect this.
I want to see that death save. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah,
God.
Yeah, you
It's
do
okay.
have to make a death save.
That's okay. I'm only 6 checks in.
Is this your 6th or 7th?
This is my 6th.
Okay.
So 6 plus whatever I roll. 13's dead, right?
Yep.
14's
Of
dead.
course.
14.
'cause
14's
is-
dead? Okay, well I rolled a 5, so things are looking great so far.
Yep.
And 3. So lucky number 14!
Woo!
Okay, so please roll me. So you rolled a 14 total.
Yep.
Please roll me a 1d6.
Of course.
What are your
3.
thoughts on trees falling in the forest?
I have a hunch it's not going to be quite as good for me after I just threw this guy's kid into a wall.
Right.
As you're backing away from the human, you get a little too close to the fireplace, and your pants or your leg fur, if you're naked, catch on fire. Take 1d6 damage. You will take 1d6 damage each
Aren't you
turn
flammable?
until
I'm flammable!
Yep. Until roasted golden brown, unless you find a well, basin, lake, or other source of water large enough to submerge your body in. We sure hope you can swim or that you aren't already flammable.
Yeah, about that.
There's a pond nearby. There's a retention pond nearby.
So
Yeah, but I
since
feel
you
like
are
if you're flammable,
you
yeah.
will be taking 2d6 damage every turn.
Okay, good.
How much HP do you have?
18, so it's great. So I
please
can
make your
last extra long.
Please make your first 2d6.
How do you know your HP? I don't remember.
What?
And
How do you-
HP is your
4.
brawn, but then
Yeah,
you also
it's your-
get armor hits.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
4.
You took 4 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. Who
I
should
also
we
feel
check
like this
in?
human is just gonna punch you in the face until you're dead.
Yeah,
I'm
Don't
we're
manage it
gonna
on fire.
let
That's
this.
my thing.
I would
Can
like to
I-
understand why there is a fireplace in a baby's room.
You know, I feel like, given everything else, I'm just gonna let that one slide.
Oh, that's amazing.
Hey,
Can I pour out my milk elemental to help him?
Yeah.
I pour out my milk elemental. I mean, the
Wait.
baby's. Is the baby dead or unconscious?
As far
Is
as
there
you
an-
know, it's sleeping.
All right. I mean, it fell on its head outside, and
Are you pouring one out for him because you think he's dead, or are you actually pouring the?
I
milk
mean,
elemental?
does milk heal the baby? Can I spill milk on the baby to bring it back to
But
life?
that'll make you cry.
Milk
I mean, it
elementals
can't be any
can
calmer.
calm babies, enrage cows, stop fires, make a light cream sauce, or attack one's enemies.
Yeah. Death
Okay,
is,
yeah.
Death is pretty calm.
Yeah. He's as calm as can be.
From what I've heard.
He's not getting any calmer. I'm gonna put out the fire that is my compatriot here.
All right, so you pour out your milk elemental, like you reach your little hand over the windowsill and you pour the milk elemental out, and it
Yeah.
quenches the kobold fire.
Bert is very thankful for friend.
His name's Twofer.
Let's check in with the other kobolds.
So yeah, I mean, Trav like shows up,
Okay.
and there's 3 chickens, thick, and like a sleeping child, and he goes, "Trav is very impressed, thick. You have found the meat for the chili. And because Trav is fast, he runs over to the sleeping child and picks it up. And he can do this because he has nothing. He's wearing no armor or has any weapons because he abandoned them. Picks up this child, looks at it, sniffs it, and then like runs back towards where he had put everything else. He like abandons you, Thick, and just picks up the meat. He's like, "We're gonna win the contest! Trav's the greatest. So are you, Thick."
Awesome. Are you okay in there, Fert?
Ding's that guy! Ding's that guy!
Can I help Fert over the wall? Can I like put an arm over that he can like grab onto?
Before we do that, I do want to check in on Matthew and Moshi.
Oh, right.
Okay.
So, Bluck would have put down the can with the rest of the stuff that we were taking out and headed towards D1. That was where Bluck was headed next.
Mhm. Okay.
So, but Bluck is going to start heading there much faster, though, and Bluck has fast. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna head with the garlic to wherever we're putting the supplies. Because I've got something that smells really good.
Okay, so you're gonna go drop off the garlic. You drop off the garlic with the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
And I'd head over to, I guess, wherever those other ones are. That Thick and the other one.
Okay. So
Yeah, that other one. What?
I'm not good with names.
But everyone knows Thick.
Yep, that's easy.
And Bluck, because we finally got Bluck.
Yes.
They should know my whole family line at this point.
It's canon. It's lore.
Surviving death throes, he's Thick the Invincible.
So
You're cursing yourself now.
Boshi, when Bluck arrives at that building in the middle of the big loop, what do you do?
What kind of building is it?
It looks like another house. There is a big fenced-off yard in the back, and there are... how many are there? There are 3 cows back there, and a small garden.
Hey. Now, I don't remember, but what does fear do?
Keeps you alive.
I think it keeps you alive, essentially. Give me a second.
Keeps you alive.
Is that under ego?
My ego is 8.
Okay, so unlike most kobolds, you do have a sense of self-preservation. You have studied, and in gaining some knowledge, you have learned that kobolds are mortal, and as such, clearly cannot choose the cup in front of you. When it occurs to you that you are likely to die from something, like getting brained by a club for instance, you may act on that fear and try not to die. This allows you to add your cunning to your agility until the end of your next turn. This does not require an ego roll, but really pisses off Vor, the kobold god of anger. Take a check and hope he doesn't see you.
Okay, cool. Alright, then Bluck is going to try to skimmy past the fence and is going to approach a cow.
So are you like trying to open a fence door or just like squeeze through the fence?
Squeeze through.
Okay. Make me a reflexes check. Make it 2d6.
Okay.
I would also like to remind you that if you find something will be difficult and you would like it to be not so difficult, you can bark like a kobold.
Okay, well I was just about to, but I rolled a 7 out of 8.
Alright, you success. You make it through.
I success.
You success. Alright, so now that you're in, what are you gonna do?
I'm smoldering.
Literally and figuratively.
I'm quiet. Just burning inside.
And outside.
Like I just was on my fur.
I'm going to approach a cow.
Okay.
Are there any laying down, or are they all standing?
They're all just like standing around, eating some grass. enjoying life.
I am going to attempt to climb up on top of a cow.
Roll me 3d6 reflexes. I can't hear you.
Yeah, no, whatever you're peaking your mic at with that barking, it's cutting you off.
Woof woof. There you go.
Yeah, a couple of those,
2d6.
nice.
Oh my. I got an 8 out of 8.
You like scramble halfway up the cow, and it is not happy you're up there. Please make me a 2d6 reflexes check to not get thrown off the cow.
Is another 8 out of 8. Jeez. Like I rolled a 2 and a 6.
Okay. You somehow are able to cling to this cow, but you're not exactly on top of it. You're like hanging on the side of the cow.
It's really faint when he screams, and I feel like it's perfectly pantomiming the distant screams.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
Does anybody else hear that?
Climbing up the cow. Oh! So while that's all going down, how's the rest of the Kobold party doing?
Trev now has a baby with a large amount of supplies that we need for chili. And so Trav would like to begin to make a rub for the child before it goes into the chili. So there's going to be Lucky Charms and garlic and, whatever else is in these cans that he's going to create.
We're going to veil this?
Right. No, I know. I'm just saying. He's preparing the MEET for the CHILI.
Sounds good.
So, cook a roll or something is what I'm asking for. If there's a way to.
Are you trying to cook?
I'm trying to create a rub. Okay. So yes, that is a cook skill. I believe.
I feel like that was a genuine thing. Like, I think that's good.
Is making a rub near the baby endangerment?
Right.
The baby has already been endangered.
Right. That's
There's
what I'm saying. Like,
you can do.
To death.
Yes.
He's just trying to make a rub for the baby back ribs.
Yep. I mean, that's.
Oh my god.
Look, we're making a chili. He's gonna make a rub for the meat that becomes the meat in the chili. That's all. Is that weird? Is that not what I should be doing?
I mean
at this point,
I'm just looking at the rules for cooking.
So it's like, it's ingredient difficulties. What do you want to make?
It does have to have a protein. You can't cook without a protein.
Yes. Veiled response.
Yes.
That little baby's skeleton is covered in protein. Filled with meat. Look at these chubby Oh, I can't say that.
You just really need to. Let's not push it any further than how that, as far as that went.
Chubby cheeks. I was gonna say chubby cheeks.
Okay,
moving on. Moving on. Anyway.
This PG officially has a -13.
This had a -13 because we already were swearing.
Listen.
That's a good point.
We're moving on. X card just going.
Yep.
We're gone. How's everyone else doing?
Okay,
I'm in a house.
Yeah, that's right. You're about to get attacked, actually.
Right.
What is your,
I wanted to join up with the one who was on fire but covered in milk. That's my goal.
What is Honorian? What is your Kobold's agility?
Oh, it's a whopping 1.
Oh.
Excellent.
Because remember, I have a 5 for, what is this? For reflexes, but I have the beer barrel. So I'm clinkety clanking around on fire, covered in milk.
So the human is absolutely like horrified. Grabs the nearest it grabs the nearest thing and just swings this giant stick at you. Please take 2 damage.
Oh, good.
I'm gonna leave.
Oh,
He
good.
seems pretty screwed.
I throw the cup in the window, I guess. Here, you control it. And I gotta go.
I actually can use it because I can lift. Can't heft, but I can lift.
I have heft. That's why I'm trying to find you.
Thick the immortal lives another day.
I ain't
Thick
even,
mortal.
I ain't even mad. I ain't even mad. Nope. I'm down with that.
So Matthew, your kobold comes to the house right as you see Thick running away.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going in.
Are you climbing in the window as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Scrum, right?
Yeah, Scrum.
All right, Scrum. Please make me a 2d6 brawn roll to get in the window.
All right, I've got heft.
That would help you push someone else into the window.
Okay, can I bark?
Yes. 1d6.
2.
Does that beat it?
Yes.
Okay.
Or wait, well, I still don't know how this game works. I've got a brawn of 8.
Yeah, then
You're
you make
fine
it.
then.
You
You
have
didn't
to
even
be-
need to roll.
you have
I've
to
been
be
rolling
brawn.
things, and I'm just kind of doing what I'm told.
So yeah, you climb in the window.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at what's your character's name?
Fart!
Fart? What?
Fart!
Furt.
Fart.
And Furt's getting beat on?
Yeah, getting
Fire.
wailed on by the human.
Oh! Oh wait, I dropped my weapon.
It should also be mentioned there's a cup in the room with Twofer, the elemental.
That's fine.
Of milk.
I rolled for bracers of offense. I'm gonna try to use those.
All right, that's
Click them on.
Oh, nice. Hulk smash gloves.
so all your attacks deal. Okay, so you have to make a horrible death check.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Oh god.
Come on, Scrum, you can do it.
You can die.
Oh no.
Did you
Oh,
die?
no.
Boxcars.
As-
I died. I got a 14.
So he comes in to save me. And it's just, my hero! Ah!
And then how does he die?
And just plops dead on the spot.
Please roll me 1d6.
Wow.
1.
Let's see.
And I feel like me and the human both have this moment where we look at each other, look at him, look at each other, look at him, look at each other, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Okay. When one door closes, a bright, angrily glowing ball of karmic inequity was racing right for you when a blue door attached to a blue box materialized and interposed itself between the luminous globe and your face. You take 1 damage from the impact with the door and suffer an extra penalty die to all actions on your next turn. You're seeing stars. Fortunately, you're still alive. Unfortunately, you just spent all your luck that you have ever acquired and you reduce your luck to 0.
You're alive.
Damn.
Did you just get attacked by a tesseract? What the hell was
Yeah.
that?
I'm pretty sure it was the friggin' Wild Brain. I can't think. I was just about to say the Doctor Who vehicle.
That's what I was gonna say. I thought Doctor
Oh,
Who
the
just like,
TARDIS.
Artist, thank you.
You're welcome.
So you're alive, but you take 1 damage and you suffer a penalty die to all actions on your next turn.
And no luck.
All right.
And you have
Okay.
no luck.
But did I activate my gauntlets?
Yes, you did.
Bracers?
Yep.
You did
Okay,
survive, so.
There we go. That was my contribution.
And you can attack.
not even hitting.
Oh well, I'll do that if I can. Yeah.
Yeah, you can attack. And since You do have to do a claw or bite attack, which, since you don't have any other weapon,
Yeah.
which
I'm going
gives
for
the
claw.
human a free attack.
That's fine. I'm claw.
Okay.
Doctor. Okay.
I
all right.
say they can't understand me, but I'm like, I'm gonna claw your fucking eyes out.
Roll me
I feel like-
2d6 to hit, and you're trying to roll below your brawn.
And then what is the -1 penalty? What is it?
Oh, that means you have to add another die. So it'd be 3d6.
So I have to add 3.
So it'd be
fuck.
3d6, and then try
Can
to
I
beat
use
your
heft?
brawn.
I'm fucking with you.
No.
13. Which is not good, right?
Did that beat your brawn?
Yeah.
Is it below your brawn?
No, it's way above. My
Okay.
brawn's an 8.
You're trying to get below your brawn.
Okay, right.
So you failed.
Oops.
Yep.
Which means you have to make another death check.
This is +6 now.
Oh wow.
14.
Oh man.
That's 2. Now what's gonna happen?
I'm just going to randomly pick one. Alright. This one sounds fun. It is rare in this modern world for the forces of bad karma to have a team up with overwhelming irony, but they do, and transmute you into a large pile of chicken feed. You and all your items are destroyed, and a chicken runs in from behind a tree to feast on your remains. Your fellow kobolds might be too shocked to notice, but the chicken is wearing a mask and smoking a cigar. It must be Clucky, the dark rook, sworn defender of the coop and bane of all kobolds. Armed with his finely honed claws and a handy utility belt, he clucks into action. Clucky will attempt to kill all the kobolds one at a time, starting with any that have harmed chickens. Bow,
What the
hip, kaboom.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Fuck. This is amazing. Fuck yeah.
I just want a quick recap. Matthew was coming in to assist me and prevent my death.
Yes, correct.
And the sum total of his actions were activating death gauntlets and turning into a chicken that wants to kill me.
No, he turned
I'm a
into.
pile of chicken feet that summoned the chicken.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
He summoned the elder chicken to him.
I would like to do my eulogy.
Molto Bella.
Thank you.
Yes, please give us a chicken soliloquy.
Dear Scrub, you were randomly rolled after Cookie died. I don't know why there's clucking.
That's Clucky.
The elder chicken.
You sucked real bad, but you got the garlic, and you tried to help your friend. Also, you were complimented, which was nice. The end.
That was beautiful.
I mean, the clucking really kind of sucked me out of the moment, but I really did actually want to cry a little bit for that last part. It was true. You
I
just were
felt like
looking
the
real
chicken
good.
was delivering the eulogy on your behalf.
It was
And
just
you were
translating.
translating, right?
Just a translator
Oh my god.
for our bilingual chicken audience.
Real market penetration there.
Oh man.
And then tapped market.
Bilingual chicken. Oh my lord. Okay. So, Matthew, feel free to randomly generate another kobold and let me know when you're ready.
You're up to 3.
Sure am.
Okay, so at this point, Honorian, I think you can attack back if you would like.
Sure.
Furt.
Do you attack the human or do you attack the chicken that's like
True.
right behind you?
There is a chicken in there now. There is Clucky.
I'm gonna have to go for the human because as much as this was just a thing over here, the person would stick bigger, and then I'm going over here.
Would it be?
Person.
But the chicken with like the sharpened beak and like a cigar and like the sharpened talons isn't okay. Yeah, no, I'm 100%.
Clucky
Ah,
split.
Please give me the good option right now.
Running.
I'd love to hear that. I'm the slowest one in the team, and I'm wearing a beer barrel.
All right. Well, good luck then.
I'm dead. Spoiler. Also, I just finished catching fire. My best bet was and his glass of milk.
Yeah, but you know, the immortal must live. So
He must. I agree.
there can be only one.
All right.
I will
Part of me
ascend,
listen.
and I will be the new Torg.
Oh,
All hail
King
King
Torg.
Torg.
All hail King Dark. I was muted.
I am 6 death checks in, and yet part of me is still like, I kind of want to see. Let's just go for activating
do
the
it.
bracers of offense.
Oh,
Go.
they turned. Nope,
And
they turned
swing a
into
flail.
chicken feed.
No,
No,
those
that
are
was
his.
Matthew's.
I
Oh, you
my
have your
own.
own. Oh, you have your own. Oh, cool.
And
I didn't
then
know that.
swing my flail.
Do you wanna
and
do it?
bring
Do it, do
righteous-
it, do it, do it, do it.
Let's go for this full power! It's fine. I just have to roll. Let's see. I just have to roll a 6 in 2d6s.
Good luck.
It's fine. What are the? It's fine. 1,
Ooh.
6.
2.
Oh, jeez.
Bert shall not die this day.
You made it! So you
Go.
activated your bracers, which gives all your attacks an extra damage for 1d6 turns.
Perfect. So I'm gonna swing at the human with my flail.
Alright, so how many turns does it last?
Roll
You
a
gotta roll.
1d6
Oh,
for the
that's right.
turns.
4.
4 turns.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, so it's going to be a 2d6 to hit the adult.
And I gotta beat Braun, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I'm good. 3.
Nice.
Braun's 8.
All right. You deal how much flail? How much does the flail deal? 2.
I think 2.
So 3 altogether.
Well, let me just double check. I got the thing right here, and flail says, big dose. Yes.
So 3 total
three
movements.
altogether. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Extra protein.
Yeah, if you can somehow survive this room, you just bring all that meat back to where Trav is.
Drag the chicken.
Furt bring baby, furt bring chicken, furt bring person.
It is now Clucky's turn.
Oh shoot.
Clucky has a vendetta against kobolds. And what's your agility?
Oh, good. My agility is 1.
Okay.
Oh.
Please take 1 damage.
Ooh. Not bad.
So
It's-
I have a
But
question
I'm
about.
really tanky.
Yes.
I have a question about Clucky. Now they have a vendetta against kobolds that attack chickens first, right? Like, does that override the kobold in front of him? Because technically, there's only one of us that's attacked chickens, which would be Thick.
Well, it kind of goes whoever is close.
Okay, cool.
Because
Good.
like there's
Alright.
only one kobold in the room.
Right. I
I was
just
about to
wasn't
say,
sure if it like.
also-
I just wasn't sure if it like beelines for the person who attacked the chicken first. Like it's like, oh, you're the one that got my lady up over there. I'm coming for you.
Bride of Clucky.
Yep.
Bride of Clucky. I hate you.
This is going phenomenally thus far. Let me just point that out.
Which brings us to the townie's turn, and they crit.
Yeah, they do.
Please
Why
take,
not?
Oh.
please take 4 damage.
Oh, good. Does my beer barrel just break off when it's
Yeah.
at 0?
Yeah, when your beer barrel hits 0, it essentially disintegrates and falls off of you.
Oh, I'm faster now!
Lucky.
Take that! You are only revealing the true power of Furt!
Did anyone want to go help Furt?
No.
Hey,
No.
we got Rand, they're off making a rub somewhere. Thick is literally just surviving. Like, that's the whole strategy.
I'm gonna finish climbing my cow.
And I'm busy, like, just doing the Rock Lee thing and, like, taking off my training weights. Like, bring it on!
I'd like to go help Furt.
Ooh.
Okay.
Who's the new contender?
My name is Shepard.
Oh my god. This is my favorite village on the Citadel.
So essentially what happens is your kobold is loaded into a cannon
Yes.
and then shot directly at the house, and your kobold flies through and lands superhero pose next to Furt.
Ooh, nice.
Don't worry, Furt. I'm an expert. And I have a bag of holding chickens. I don't know what that means.
Stuff.
But
I can tell you.
Put Clucky in there.
Lucky's revenge.
That's
Enter
right.
the chick.
An interesting item. Apprentices usually make these bags in Magic Shop Class 101. This bag only holds chicken, but it can hold an infinite number of them. Capturing a chicken requires a wrestle roll, a trap roll, or an ingenious plan. Keep a record of how many chickens are captured in this fashion. Should you die or let go of the sack to grab something else, all the chickens will immediately escape and appear all around you. Chickens will be enraged and will attack every kobold they see.
I've got trap.
Okay.
There's
I've got
no
trap.
possible way in which it can go wrong.
So I'm like,
Are you gonna try to trap Clucky?
yeah.
So
I've
excited.
been training for this my whole life.
Okay.
Shepard is Macho Man Randy.
Matt,
said.
I'm just gonna tell you now. If you die again and leave me another Batman chicken,
I've got
that's all I'm
one.
saying. That's all I'm saying. If that happens again, I'm gonna think you're doing it on purpose.
I've only got one death check with this character. That last one I started with like 4 or 5. So,
Okay, we're good.
Nice.
yeah. Yeah, I'm double checking. Yep.
And I just want to be clear, if Matthew, if you do die while trying to save Furt, I'll think that it's awesome, and then you should keep doing it over and over. I just want to put that out there.
So
Okay.
So
Dual
I-
ideologies here.
All right.
You can go with
with
it.
that Western high noon music playing, I like start to twiddle my fingers and then I start barking
Is-
at the chicken.
to capture the chicken, to trap it, to put
Yeah.
it in your bag of holding chickens.
Yeah.
It is a 1d6 ego roll.
Alrighty. I've got a ego of 8, so I'm good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You capture Clucky.
Oh.
You just like you land, you superhero pose, you see Clucky, and you just take out your bag and you're like, "Meh."
Let's get out of here. I forgot your name. Fuck me. Plurt.
Splurt.
And here I thought we had trouble with my name.
It's me. I do apologize. Furt. Let's get out of here.
But
there's still a human
There's still a
standing
human.
right there.
Oh. Ah!
Oh my
Remember when this was about chili?
god. No. No, I don't.
It was never about chili, Furt.
Trav,
It was about morality and where we stand.
It was
Uh,
about the chicken.
Trav remembers.
I'm attacking that human.
Alright. What is Shepard's agility?
Oh, that's a great question.
Oh god.
Agility is
I feel
2.
like
Two?
Shepard should have infinite numbers on everything. Look, that thing looks like an 8, but it's sideways. That's his agility.
Shepard, please
The
take
KFC bag of holding. Oh
2
my
damage.
god.
2.
Yes.
Okay,
That's amazing.
got it.
Alright. That brings us to Furt.
For swing and go for big hits.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Stop.
2 and
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
4. It's a 2d6 roll to hit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, and you
Got a
get
4.
and you still have your bracers activated, so it's what? So it's a 3 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, this human is not looking good.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I've got
Neither.
a.
In
Shepard,
fairness, neither am I.
Shepard,
It's
what
true.
would you like to do?
I've got a hammer.
Is anyone gonna tell Trev he needs to make more rub? Or
Never.
I don't have sending.
Not
This is
ever.
a D&D.
come on, don't we have like Bound in Kobold Darkness? We just send each other messages. No, okay,
Here, let me try.
yeah.
Don't you think you've rubbed that baby enough?
Shepard, I think it's your turn.
I got a hammer in my right paw,
Okay.
and I'm gonna use it.
Huh?
2
That's what it
damage.
says.
I mean,
Yeah,
two
it's
2d6 brawn
technically
roll,
pause.
please.
Okay. Can I bark? Because I'm
Yeah.
barking. Arf, arf.
1d6.
Yeah, I'm good. 1.
That is a critical success. Please describe how you bamboozle this human.
I fucking.
What?
It's always a good way to start.
I'm sorry, what?
I wind it up. You know what I do? I got my bag of chicken in the left hand. I got my other one in the right, and I cave that guy's head in with both of them at the same time.
Wow.
Ah, that's what I do.
This is some like Arkham Asylum shit.
All right.
I've got 2 characters. This is the other one.
The grimdark kobold and the other one.
2 notes, and I'm gonna play them.
And let me say how beautifully they are played. Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
All right. So that happens. The adult is downed, and you are both standing in the house. Let's go see what's up with Boshi.
Yeah, so I would. Bluck wants to finish climbing this cow because
Okay.
they want to ride it over there to the cave.
Okay. We'll say you eventually get up on the cow,
Mm-hmm.
and how should I have you try to? Can you speak critter?
Nope.
Okay.
I can speak human.
Describe.
Yeah,
to
tell
me,
the cow to jiggle in human. That might work.
Describe to me how you're going to convince the cow to go anywhere with the fact that they are still fenced in.
I'm going to take my my iron skillet and I'm going to whack it on the butt and just like start trying to get him to move. Her move.
Okay. Make a 1d6 brawn check. Thick broke a different fence for the audience.
That's a 3 out of 6.
Okay, yeah, you smack it and it goes and starts moving, and then it reaches the fence and just
I'm smacking again.
because there's nowhere to go. It starts trying to buck you off.
Well, I'm gonna Bluck and stay on.
Perfect.
I'm gonna smack it on the rear again.
Make me another 1d6 attack.
I tie.
You somehow managed to barely miss while riding it.
I'm gonna start barking.
The cow is not happy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
How much damage does the skillet do?
3.
Okay.
Holy crap! Are you gonna kill this? You're like get
Kill
crush
this
it.
cow.
The cow just dies. Jesus.
Boom. Dead. As you stand on atop the cow.
So I have a feeling this goes on for a while.
Yep.
Is it just like more of the same?
Whatever gave you that impression?
Eventually, Bluck is just gonna start hitting other areas because he doesn't know what to do and probably just,
Okay. Roll me 3 1d6 checks
Okay.
for brawn.
They all pass brawn. Under 6.
Okay. Describe how you kill this cow.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So after not being able to get it to go forward through the fence and it starts to bug it off,
Oh my
just
god.
like beats it over the head with the iron skillet until it falls over, stops, looks around, raises his arms up into the air, and just screams, "Tails!"
The like rage, the kobold rage, I imagine. Do what I
Classic
want.
Tom and Jerry.
No. Okay.
Ran, what are you up to?
Hi everybody, it's me, Trav. I'm the greatest kobold that's ever existed. So yeah, Trav has been like chopping up garlic and opening these cans and sort of mixing them together into like a giant thing. And he's like trying to create. He's like, you know, dips a finger in and like tastes it. And you know, kobolds don't care about cleanliness, so whatever. It doesn't matter that he smells like cow manure. And he's just like, this is pretty good. And then he just like looks over and sees like the sleeping child. Then he's like, okay, we're getting there. And so he takes the branch and sets it on top of the child. He's like, okay, save that for later. Trev needs something else, need a little bit of the old kickaroony. Yeah, that's it. And so Trev like turns around because, you know, Ran is bored of just sitting here doing nothing.
I would like to bring up again that I mentioned in the fenced off part behind D there is a small garden.
Right. I mean that's where, yeah, that is where Ran is gonna go.
Okay.
And by Ran I mean Trav because we're all one and the same here.
So
My brain.
You said it behind D in D2. That's where the garden is.
Yeah, it's by the cows.
So with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now Trav all of a sudden decides to go in the opposite direction. I'm just kidding. So yeah, Trav's like, all right, Trav, we're almost there. We got it cooking. We got it. It's going to be good. We're going to win this contest. Just me, Trav. Just me and me, Trav. And everybody else on our team or whatever. I haven't seen any of those mother truckers for like a couple hours, but it's fine. It's fine,
mother
Trav.
Bluckers.
Yeah, I didn't want to overuse that joke. I did do that like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Travis like, let's go, and he starts wiggling and moving towards, the guard.
All right, when you approach the garden, I mean it's still fenced off. The fence is still completely intact. What are you doing?
He just wiggles through.
Okay.
Are you yelling? Okay. If Bluck is saying Trav, I can't hear you say that, and I just assume that
Blink once for Trav, blink twice for not Trav.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, Trav wiggles through.
Make me a 2d6 reflexes check to get through the fence.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let me make it. 2d6. Yep. My reflexes is 11. But I rolled a 4, so I'm good.
All right, you get through, and you are now with the cows. One is dead, and the garden.
I mean, I'm like, is the garden where the cows are?
It's like in one of the corners of the fenced off area.
Because I was gonna say those cows ate the shit out of everything that's in there. Then.
There's like a little fenced off area within the fenced off area, you know.
I got you. I'm
There's
glad
like
these
chicken
cows
wire.
are. What are you? Trav, I hear somebody. What is it? Oh, it's you, Turducken. What's up, buddy?
Cow!
Yeah, look, Trav is really excited that you murdered a whole cow. Are you gonna drag that back over to the pot? Get a little bit of extra good. I'm gonna go over here though, because guess what? Trav found some vegetables, some tredables, scrimmononions. I don't know, whatever. What are they called? Eggs? All right, eggs. That's what they're called.
In the garden, you do find onions and tomatoes.
Well, I'm going to take the white ones, and I'm going to take the red ones. I believe these white ones are called some apples, and he takes a big bite of one of the onions, and he's like, refreshing. And then he just, I mean, I don't have anything. Literally, all of my items are gone, so I don't know how much of this I can carry, like 1 tomato and 1 onion. And he's like,
I'll
Yep.
say that, yeah, you can carry enough of each for the chili.
okay. So he like tries to wiggle through with handfuls of vegetables, and he's like, Trav, I don't think we can get through here, buddy. Okay. And so he's just gonna be like, I got it, no problem, Trav. And he like runs in a circle around the garden and then tries to vault over the fence while he's holding the vegetables.
Okay.
Yeah. No, this is look. You think Trav is messing around? Trav has no idea what he's doing. He is athletic, but he also is fast. These are the things that he's gonna do.
Is it just me, or does Trav sound a little bit like Mr. Meeseeks?
I mean, if I can wish like Mr. Meeseeks and do whatever I want, then this chili's the best chili.
So, did you say that you have sport?
I have, yeah, sorry. I'm using like the wrong
You're
thing.
fine.
Yes, I have sport.
You're speaking like you have intelligence.
Make a roll.
No, I mean, you think the smartest thing to do is run in a circle and try and jump over a fence?
It tracks.
Okay, I'm just okay.
Make
All right.
me a 2d6 brawn roll.
Okay. Ooh, brawn, huh? All right. I was
That's what
hoping that
sport
jumping
is.
would be reflexes, but okay.
Sports is a brawn.
Okay, cool. Amazingly, that is a 1 and a 3, so I got it. I make the brawn roll.
Nice.
So you just like run laps around the cows with your arms
Gotta go
full of
fast, is what-
vegetables, and once you've reached the perfect trajectory, you launch yourself over the fence and like tuck and roll.
I would like to say that instead of like tucking and rolling, it's it's pole
Plucking and
vaulting.
rolling?
Okay.
It's like this. He has it, and he's like, "Ugh," and you know, his cobalt butt like touches the fence, and
Whoa.
the fence jiggles a little bit, but he makes it over, and it doesn't fall off, and he gets like a 10s all the way across, except from the Russian judge who gives him a 9 because I mean, Russian judge.
Fix on the other side of the fence just goes, wow.
And then he, less impressively, he lands on his back, still holding. He's like, Trav's the greatest. Yeah, and he like gets up and he has like vegetables.
I cannot tell you how mad I am that you managed to do that, and I couldn't lift myself out of a window.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I cannot tell you how mad I am. You're like, I'm gonna save the vegetables, and it worked. And I'm like, I'm gonna climb out a window or catch fire. That's the same.
It's usually one or the other.
It is in Kobold.
And then have a giant chicken show up.
Yeah, God. Just.
Anyways,
So what's Thick up to?
I mean, I've been standing there, kind of just watching him destroy watching Bushi just beat the crap out of cows, watching Rand make this fucking John McClane jump over the fence. And as he's on the ground on his back, I just kind of like look over and be like,
Do you need some help with those vegetables?
and Trev like groans and oh no, but I think Filibuster needs help with the cow carcass.
Oh, yeah.
Filibuster.
It's ground beef.
It's one of the okay meats to put in chili, I think.
I hope shit, we're really bad with names, aren't we? Writing these things down.
I expected y'all to die a lot quicker, so I didn't
Me-
bother with the names.
I mean, so did I. I was like, here I go. I'm going to get 6. And this one has lasted for way too. I'm like, come on, Trav, fail. Fail these. I'm going to make you leap over a fence. You got to be joking me. Anyway.
We didn't anticipate living long enough to establish relationships.
Yeah, it's true.
It may shock you that I'm surprised I'm alive.
Thick has a whole backstory.
Yeah. I mean, out of all of us.
Thick.
Yeah, out of all of us, Thick is the only one that I care about.
100%.
I will have.
If everyone else dies and Thick survives, it was a success.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes the most sense because he will survive through thick and thin.
No. Yep.
Oh.
Also, I feel like I'm gonna get this right. Bluck, because I know what his name is. I feel like that's like a death save for that pun. I feel like...
It should be. It really should be.
Do it.
Anyway.
Abby. Do it.
Anyway, Travis like has vegetables and is like, okay. Trav wants to know what else we're doing. Is there something else we're supposed to do? I got these, and I got this stuff over there.
Bluck is gonna start hitting the fence with his frying pan.
All right. Are you gonna try to? Do you have the bash?
No.
Okay. Make me a 3d6 brawn to try to break the fence.
Thick can do it. Go, Thick.
Yeah, I'll see that, and if he fails, then I'll walk over. Thick's got a slow reaction time to things.
Bluck is barking, I think. I think that's what's supposed to be happening.
Okay, 2d6.
Sounds more like a chicken or a duck, but I can't. Now it's a seal. Great.
Seals bark. It tracks.
I got a 6 out of 6.
It splinters, but doesn't do much else.
Thick moves into attack mode and walks towards
Oh
the
shit!
fence.
The light change. Oh man.
Thick approaches the wall that has been splintered and raises the club above his head.
Take this.
He says. And yeah, he hits the fence.
Okay, a 2d6 brawn roll, please.
Can I
As he walks up to the fence, he goes,
Woof.
Nice. I was gonna say I wanted to hear what his bark was. Perfect.
All right, 1d6.
this is a brawn check?
Yeah.
I have a brawn of 7,
Then yeah, you succeed.
so I'm good.
Thank you, butthead.
I obliterate.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Like that.
You just obliterate the fence.
And then I trot over to, we want this one, right? The one that's laying on the ground. And I'm gonna grab it by the udders and start dragging it.
Oh my god! Oh. It's
This is where I've seen the humans pull them around by.
these are. I think they call them nature's handles, right?
Oh my god.
This is how you're supposed to drag them.
Okay.
I'll grab by the others too.
And just 2 kobolds. Do we accidentally cover ourselves in like whole milk?
Yeah, essentially. I wasn't sure if I should like say anything, but yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna take out my cup of milk elemental summoning and have him help us too.
That works. Yep.
Oh.
And then he should get more power because of all the milk that's coming out of the cow.
He just starts
Yes, but
absorbing.
the other cows that are alive are enraged by the milk elemental. Just letting you know.
Oh shit.
But it is 9 o'clock my time, which means that it is time to wrap up and actually cook your chili.
I would just like to say the cows get enraged, and you see Trav with like handfuls of vegetables. Since he's fast and wiggles, he like wiggles past both of the other kobolds. He's like, "All I gotta do is be faster than you," and he just like takes off.
Well, I'm fast too, so I'm pulling fast.
I just wanted to make it clear that the
And
cows.
I have the milk elemental is pulling too, or well, maybe lifting.
What are your bronze, thick and Bluck?
7.
Bluff, what
My brawn is 6.
All right, then you're all fine. You're able to, with the help of the milk elemental, you're able to pull the cow out and
Yeah, it
drag
makes it
back.
slick on the ground.
How many chickens in this time has Shepard been able to collect? That's what I want to know.
I've become their savior.
Yeah, let's say that so Shepard, did you want to go catch the other 3 chickens?
No, I got Clucky and I got out of there.
Yeah, Clucky's more than enough.
Shepard's like he's spec ops for Kobold Society.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He's mission focused.
Oh wow.
Okay, so now it's time to cook things.
Trav's been running a class on how to prep and cook chili.
I know.
Apparently.
He talks to the tree that he's been covering things with. He's like, now Trav wants to let you know that it's okay if the meat isn't as fresh as you would like, as long as you tenderize it enough and put enough flavor in it. Now, I like to use 1 clove of garlic, but really some of my Kobold friends say 3 or 4 is good. But my mother, she only likes 1 because it tightens her throat and she's a little bit old. It's okay though, because we're gonna use all of it.
For those of you playing the home game, replace babies with 1 Cornish hen, and all of Trav's recipes will work in a standard chili modern day.
Now, in the last 5 minutes, I'm gonna go over what you would do if you had an Instapot. Now, Instapots are like crock pots, but faster. Now, I have a fabulous deal. $59.99, as you can see on the bottom. We only have limited amounts of the Instapot Trap Pot.
Hold out.
Yep. And you'll get this free watch. Look at this. It's nice. This is like 18 karat sterling silver. All right. Anyway, sorry everybody. All right. Let's wrap this up.
And when Black gets over there with the cow, and you have the chicken, and we have the baby, we're gonna put the baby and the chicken and the cow, and then it's gonna be like a turducken, just with not turkey or duck.
Yeah.
So tell me what all actually goes into your chili out of what you've collected.
What are we gonna be cooking this in?
I don't think that's important.
Yeah, I want a realistically sized cauldron. Okay, if we're gonna do this.
I imagine the cave.
Inside the cave, we have like a crater that has lava in it.
Right. Ooh.
Look,
I don't
we
cook
have
on
everything we need. We can just cut it into small pieces. I have a flail.
I have a skillet.
I don't cook on Teflon. It's really dangerous.
So baby, garlic. What else?
Onions.
We
Onions.
got baby, garlic, onions, tomato.
Right.
And boxed corn.
I mean, are we putting this? Does anyone stop me from putting Lucky Charms in it?
Nope.
I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh, Abby, you never told me what that can of green the priest gave me.
It is lima beans.
Oh, beans.
Oh,
perfect. Those are beans.
I mean, those are that's actually like a negative thing in chili. So would the cereal.
Beans.
The instructions said beans, BEENZ.
All right.
Did not specify what kind of beans. It's like when they spell chicken with 2 K's at those
beans
restaurants.
go in. Don't even take it out of the can.
It's not really.
All right. So does maybe Thick? I don't know. Anybody a culinary expert want to stop me from putting Lucky Charms in this because I'm putting them in.
Yeah, Thick's the size he is because he's selective about the things he puts in his mouth.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bert is obviously kept himself in peak condition as he just showcased brutally murdering a family.
Anyone asking Thick if that
and
would
I
sound good in
actually
the
have
chili?
the cooking skill, so
I mean,
I will
do.
go ahead and say, as you start lifting up the items, I will go.
At that point, then
and when you question, like, I'll rip open the bag inside and pull out a marshmallow and just put it in your mouth, and then go.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
And then I mean, at that point, Trav will just start eating the cereal instead of actually like helping you anymore. He's just like,
good. So then I give you the box and distract you with that.
Yep.
While we continue cooking over here.
And then Bluck is going to take the head of the cow and put it in.
Oh yeah, that looks good too. Put that.
I just imagine Thick be like, "Yep." Just like standing there.
King Org will be pleased.
I think the best.
Oh, hail
King
King
Torg! I think the best part
hail
about
King
that
Torg.
is the fact that Abby's sitting here like, I absolutely did not come up with a minus for a cowhead. I didn't imagine I would ever have to come up with any minus for a cowhead.
I mean,
well,
cowhead.
I mean, the cow head just counts as a cow.
Right.
Okay, so we have.
The thing we don't have is cheese.
So
Right,
did you
for
put
garnish?
a chicken in there as well?
I want to put Clucky in there or whatever the hell that thing was called.
Okay,
We
so
don't
we
have
have
peppers. We don't have.
so we have a
cheese,
chicken, a
A
tomato.
legendary chicken.
Wait, we don't.
Yeah, I mean the legendary chicken part is important.
We don't have cheese.
All right, you get an extra point for Clucky. So
Nice.
so we have a baby, a chicken, tomato, lima beans.
Garlic.
Yep.
Where's my?
We did get garlic.
garlic, onion.
You said we
Onion.
don't have cheese, right?
Onion.
Yeah.
No cheese.
Out of the ingredients, we didn't have peppers or cheese.
Or spices.
Yep.
or
I would like
spices.
to know.
And then I pushed sage in there. Now we do.
I would like to know if Abby will allow this.
What?
Uh-oh.
When this chili is served in the bowl, since we have no cheese for garnish,
No.
Milk.
Thick is just gonna lean forward and like scratch his
Oh,
head and
fuck
flake
off.
flake a bunch of powder into the chili,
If you
so that
would
it
like
looks
to.
like Parmesan cheese.
It's top but cheese.
A Thick family recipe.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
awful.
I swear to
I
God,
mean-
if we end up failing because of that,
I have kobold tastes, so I mean it's not gonna ruin the chili necessarily.
I mean,
that's a
Wait, you have. Okay.
And it's got to be imitation meat or imitation cheese, I guess. So I can use. I don't know. I'm improvising here, guys.
Yeah, but I mean that. Yeah,
Hey,
sure.
I'm with it. I'm with
Okay.
it. I'm with it.
Okay.
We did not put the. Just to be clear, we did not put the cereal in because I was told not to and ate the entire box,
That's fair.
thereby ruining my chili. I now no longer am excited about the chili because it won't have stars in it.
hearts and mushrooms.
Yep.
Mushrooms?
It's
Mushrooms?
no longer 5 luck charms.
Yep,
chili.
exactly. Trav had a whole marketing campaign about what he was gonna name the chili, and anyway.
So what's the score on the chili?
All right.
Yeah.
So you create your chili and you serve it in a bowl to King Torg.
Oh, hail King
All hail
Torg!
King Torg.
Oh, hail King Torg.
King Torg.
You place it in front of his royal girthiness, and he goes to take a scoop on a spoon and brings it to his lips. And taste of baby. Oh, taste of baby. Taste of cow. You undercooked the onions. Oh. Yeah. Lima bean. Lima bean. Bleh.
Oh fuck.
Otherwise, good chili. 13 points.
15.
points.
13. 13 points.
13. Okay, 13
well.
points.
Out of
In
how
addition.
many?
You awarded second place.
All
Second
right.
place. Wait, okay. Whatever team got first place, Trav is gonna murder.
Correct. I only know first place.
Yeah,
The other team had cheese for garnish, and they added some sour cream and green onions to the top of it too, just to make it extra
Wow.
Oh,
Wow,
I got
pretentious.
sour cream. Hold on.
Like Gordon Ramsay, Kobold.
We could put sour cream in it. That's not a problem.
Oh my.
Oh, please no.
Oh, look at the time. Wow. It's-
Yeah, exactly. Sure is sad. We gotta go now, everybody. All right.
So to
Now it's
get
time
first
for
place,
so long.
you had to get 15 points,
Mm.
which you would have had if you hadn't
If we didn't
scraped
include the lima
hair dandruff into the chili.
Yep.
He didn't say ew dandruff. He said ew lima beans. Just saying.
It's true. It's true.
I
The no
assigned
comment.
dandruff -2 points.
I mean, to be
Cookie.
fair,
Cookie was the best part of this
Listen.
team.
yeah.
I
Yep.
took a risk.
And they
I
died.
went with it.
Yep, I know. Cookie died too soon. Yeah.
Cookie lives on in spirit.
All of the food items that you could have found around town. You found tomatoes, chickens, babies, kids, adults. You could have found jelly beans. A lot of beans, fresh garlic, a goose, wild onions, an old can of Cheese Whiz.
Oh my god.
That would have
Hey, it's
counted
cheese
towards
for
your
garnish.
cheese.
Yep. Oh my god, that is awful. I hate you, Abby, because you expect us to put cheese in a bottle on top of our delicious 3-meat chili. Oh, I'm offended. Oh man.
Let's see. Building F had fresh herbs and blue cheese. Building E had pickles, kidney beans, and chili peppers.
Okay,
Ooh,
well that
peppers.
was the good place. We
Hut
should've went there.
G had a witch, a cat, baked beans, and cheddar cheese.
Oh, we should have added the witch to the stew.
Which
I was
was
gonna
actually
say the
minus
cat.
5 points.
Oh.
What
Yeah,
about-
man, don't fuck with witches is all I'm gonna say right now.
Babies were worth plus 5 points.
Right. So wait, and I don't want to get too
So
hung up on
Bert
this,
is the great hero of second place.
but if you had multiple babies, it would compound the score.
No, it's
Oh,
only
okay,
like
alright.
one of
Alright.
each is worth points.
Okay.
You can't
I
have
was
just like
just-
an all baby chili. That's not right.
I mean, that's what. To be honest with you, I can't believe Trav survived this long. But that was what Trav was thinking. Is you just literally put hot water and then just put babies in, and
This
it's
is
just like,
It's just ground meat. It's not
yeah,
chili.
exactly. Yep. Yeah, I know. Trav didn't know that
Yeah,
shit.
that's not a chili. That's a stew. And there's a distinction.
Okay, all right.
And I feel
I'm
like
sorry.
Torg would know.
Thick
I'm
is
also-
100%
all hail
aware
King
of
Torg.
that.
Oh,
All
okay.
hail King Torg!
I'm just gonna be. I just want to be clear. Y'all are thinking way too much about it, and therefore y'all need to make death saves and die because Trav was like, just more babies, but no.
Nah.
I wasn't thinking about anything other than big human hit me with stick. I hit back.
I saved your life.
All right.
Yeah,
I
Shepard.
was thinking
yeah.
so little I threw a baby out a window.
I just want to say, Thick's family legacy
Is the
is
most important
is
thing.
amazing,
It
but
must live
also very close second place. Spec Ops Kobolds
Yeah.
in the form of like getting shot out of a cannon, hero posing, and being like, "I'm here to save all you fucking losers." So I want to thank Christian and Matthew very much for both of those characters and ideas. It was great.
I'm gonna 100.
Thank you, Abby, for running this. This was
Yep.
Yeah,
very
Thank you
this
so
was
much,
so much
Abby.
fun.
It was a pleasure.
I think my favorite part was still everybody trying to understand my name because my microphone was not working for me, and
shit.
and
We
it just
all
only
heard your
added
name,
to it.
Chuck.
It's good. It's good.
So yeah, if we want to go around and everyone can like introduce themselves again and plug any other projects that they're in right now where everyone else can find you, and then we'll be finishing up. So we'll start with Matthew.
Oh, hey, that's me. Hi, folks. I am Matthew Foreman. I am at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. I am a D&D content creator and sometimes designer. You can find me over at Dice Priority on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. and Fridays at 9:30 p.m. Those are central times where I run D&D. That is what I'd like to say. Okay, great. And then-
All right, Christian.
yeah.
I'm Christian. I'm at the Beholder DM. I have giveaways on my Twitter. There is a current giveaway for 5 D&D books, a copy of Dungeon Master, and 2 hand-painted minis currently.
No way.
It is a
Nice.
growing giveaway, so, check out that giveaway. And
Yeah.
if you like the giveaway, tell your friends. And if you don't like it, tell your enemies. And then we both walk away happy.
Boshi.
I'm Boshi Adams, Boshi _Adams on both Twitch and Twitter. I also like to make tabletop content. I'm actually available for commissions to help create characters and or story or stuff like that for your campaigns if you need any assistance. Character and story design is honestly my passion. So that aside, um, you can find me on Twitter more often than not, and it's the best place to reach out to me. And I will actually be on Chromatic Chimera next week as a wonderful princess that I'm going to be making a new one, so that way I can try something else. Because last week I was the thick, big titty goth girlfriend princess, basically.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that is not what Spider Princess was, and you cheapen her memory by saying that.
If
is
you
all
look
I'm
at
gonna
her
say.
chat, that was literally my inspiration the entire time.
Oh, I know, but I refused.
Reminder that the Excellence is a family-friendly.
It is. It is.
Right. That is what I was trying to get.
Hey, there was nothing about what I just said that was not family friendly.
Are you telling me that I have royalty in my lineage?
Alright, Anorian.
There ain't no coming over that. As I said, I'm Anorian, the Game Dad. You can find me at twitch.tv/Anorian, as you see above me. You can find me at twitter.com/GameDadJF, as you see below me.
Blow you.
I do variety streaming, mostly in the vein of like retro games, RPGs, or newer games, but definitely with more of an active slant. So stuff like Mario Maker, I'll do like
nice
completion levels, things like that, and I just throw my face at them for an hour until I win. So that's kind of my shtick. And like I've mentioned, this year I'm trying to break into more of this. So I just want to thank you guys all real quick while I have this cheesy time to say, all you guys, this was super fun. Every one of you, all you folks, excuse me, because I already made that mistake earlier. This was super fun. This was super great, and I wonderfully enjoyed it. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. And Abby, thank you very much for the invite.
Yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. This has been great. Ran, where can we find you? What's going on?
Hi everybody, it's me. How are you? I hope you enjoyed our Chaos Kobolds. I want to thank everybody who watched, who participated in chat, and my talented and fantastic cohorts in crime. Thank you all very much. Also, thank you, Abby, for putting this together and running and not being overly upset at me or my character for being obnoxious. that's just how it rolls.
Which character wasn't obnoxious, though?
I was about to say, I think Trav was phenomenally appropriate.
Yes. No, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then just me by myself. Right now I'm working on several games. I'm doing a Witch Monster of the Week game, and which is D&D, and then I'm doing a Scum and Villainy hack that deals with Firefly, so space westerns. Those are the two things that I'm recruiting currently players for and looking at starting up. Let's see what else. I can't remember. Am I scheduled to do the princess thing next week too? Yes. So I will also be a new princess. I was Lycan princess last week.
And that was Spider Princess.
With a lot of Lycan facts that I never used. But I decided I'd try something different. But yeah.
Plenty of Lycan puns though.
Yeah, it's true. So thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you for staying a little bit later than was planned so we could wrap up our chilly times. Have a good one.
And before we sign off, a few announcements for Chromatic Chimera. You know me, I'm Abby, I live here, and I am the creative director and marketing person for the stream. I English good. I English very good. Tomorrow we have a new episode of Agora's Bells, and that's gonna be great, so come in and hang out with that. Next Wednesday, hey, those are my dice, cat, chill out. Next Wednesday we have Steve Spell again, and on this coming Tuesday we have the next episode of The Excellence, which I believe is going to have something to do with bees.
Ooh,
nice.
Also
No,
starting
bees.
bees.
Bees?
Bees. Starting very
Question
soon.
mark?
Starting very soon in January, on February 3rd, we have the No Initiative group. You may know them from Encounter Roleplay. They are starting a new campaign called Dead Skies by Night, I think. Dead Skies by Night. I know they're doing a new game, and it's set in Eberron, and it's gonna be really cool. So make sure to check them out on Mondays, starting in.
I just
February.
checked in the Discord for you. It is Dead Skies by Night.
Dead Skies by Night. Perfect.
Bees?
Bees. And with that, we're gonna rate our friends over at Featherfall. Y'all have a fantastic night.